I have more that I could read to you guys here to just freak you out while you're hanging out with us here on a Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Overwhelming or shut down when faced with creative expression. What does that mean? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, you just overwhelm, you're shutting down, you're staying in your head, knowledge based, just how we were taught and conditioned instead of learning how to express your creativity and drop it in your body and the somatic healing parts and your right brain side, which is really the flow. I keep saying creative flow. Once I really started doing that and practicing it, I was amazed at my intuition, at my flow, and just how I could live life like that instead of in my head and being left brained all the time and knowledge based and logical and breaking everything down. It's like they're both helpful. They just have to go together, be rewired, and, you know, two wholes make a right. It's my better halves. Like this one's whole, this one's whole. Together we're better.
That's hard for some people to actually be a part of something when maybe they weren't even a part of their family.
Yeah, I
And then
get
they
that.
try to start another family and it's hard for them. And then others have no problem with that. And then they team up to build a relationship with someone who is not a builder or is a team player. That can be
Right.
quite challenging for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you don't wanna come on too strong. I know I'm like that. I probably come across sometimes as, I don't know, almost male-like because it's like a protection mechanism. Like, I'm not gonna expect anything, I'm not assuming anything, really be in the moment, enjoy if you're going on a date, but I don't know, I feel like a lot of other women are more need like, "When am I gonna see you again?" This and this and that. I was like, I've learned how to not be needy because I've had to take care of things myself. And some men interpret that as she doesn't need me or like, does she even want me? And I didn't realize that until later when it came to me. Oh,
Interesting.
when I was spending time by myself one day. It's amazing the things that can come to you.
Well, it's very important to spend time with oneself. I think we all benefit from that. It's what especially during 2020, it became the big thing, meditating and all that because everybody was in lockdown and forced isolation. So all of a sudden it became a great way for people to make money off of other people, but it's still a valid point what you just said. When you find yourself, isolation, it can be a beautiful thing. I got to I got to
Mhm.
Man, you got one here that I think I said it to you before the show. Avoidance of play, joy, or
Mhm.
relaxation. What is that subheading all about?
Um, Quite literally, we're taught to keep working, stay busy, like you're not if you're not being productive, like you aren't worth anything, you're lazy, or I mean, whether somebody told you that or you absorbed that from somewhere. I know I've heard things like that, even if you saw like a parent or someone modeling that behavior, like never taking a break and just, oh, I gotta do this and that. It just you absorb it and you take that on as well. It's just a passed on like trauma response and behavior, and it can change different times in your life. Of course, people learn how to relax. Like, I'm gonna watch a show. That's like the acceptable thing to do, right? Watch a movie, watch a show to relax before you go to. Well, what about the creative play and play like your inner child coming out? It's like that's been shunned, and you don't see as many adults doing that. And that's what I've learned to embrace along this journey a lot more in the inner child work. And it is so freeing. And yeah, it helps you let your inner child out and bring back play, joy, relaxation, because otherwise sometimes you're trying to make yourself relax and that doesn't work. You have to free yourself and then you can relax.
Mm, yeah.
You know?
There's no room within one's heart or in their life to be able to play, and they wonder why they're not happy.
Hmm.
Um,
I
and
know.
if a person is a parent, most of the time, our children, or if they have a pet, they're always seeking to play. and embrace happiness. And so many times as adults with unresolved issues or unfinished business emotionally, we just don't seem to make time, find time, or want to really choose time to play, even with our own children, if we're not careful. You got it says
Mhm.
anything that requires a person to relax, take a break, or engage in play, especially if it feels frivolous or unproductive, is a trigger or they stay away from. I
Mhm.
found that fascinating. I'm just going to read a couple more things you have here. Then you put after that in the show, not show notes, but rather in your outline for the show, the root cause of that. And
Mhm.
this is the reason, the root cause. In toxic environments, the inner child may have learned that play or joy were
Mhm.
not safe, or that only serious behavior was valued.
Yeah.
Responsible, serious, no shirking your responsibility, then you can go play, or in other words, not finding joy in a given task. They
Mhm.
may have also internalized the idea that they had to earn happiness
Mhm.
through hard work, that happiness was not something that you would get by just waking up. It's something that is elusive unless you virtually kill yourself, then you can have a measure of happiness. Or they may also have internalized that play was a waste of time. Now,
Yeah.
then you talk about the emotional reaction to all of the triggering and the root cause because you put it this way: guilt, anxiety, or feeling of disconnection when attempting to enjoy oneself
Mhm.
will take place. Guilt, anxiety, or feeling of disconnection when attempting to enjoy themselves. You're that when you lived your life, you experienced that. That's one thing. But I'm thinking to myself, I've seen people live like that,
Of course.
where it's like, hey, let's go. We're going to play volleyball, or hey, let's. Well, okay, but I gotta go do this. It's like, dude, you haven't even finished this one yet, and you're already talking about doing that like 2 weeks from now. You may not even be around 2 weeks from now. Like, let's just go enjoy this right now.
Yeah.
You put here, the person may avoid hobbies or
Mhm.
activities that once brought them joy or feel uncomfortable with the concept of taking a break, similar to what you were just talking about. The next subheading says a need to control or be perfect.
Yeah. So many different things. I know for me, working in an office, different types of jobs, I used to, oh dear, not take breaks. Sometimes I would be working in the middle of something. I wouldn't even want to eat lunch, just extreme. And then I saw everyone else taking lunch breaks, being normal, balancing it out. And I had a hard time doing that sometimes. I was just all in it, or all out. Sometimes when I would finally leave, I'm like, well, I'm going to go for 2 hours today and have a long break. I never take a break.
Okay.
And then I'd
You
end up
know what?
shopping or doing something else to, numb the pain.
I tell you, you couldn't have worked for me because I would have came in there. Let me tell you something. You're not going to outwork me. That's one. And for two, you need to stop. You need to stop because your life expectancy in this job is going to come to an end, and that's usually what happens when a person doesn't find that balance.
Yeah.
They eventually. It's not a matter of burnout. It's just that uh,
Yeah, what do you it's not exactly
it's
burnout.
not even, no, it's not a burnout. They literally just lock themselves out of happiness and eventually out of a job, out of a
Interesting.
gig. They're really locking themselves out. They're not even locking themselves in to get the job done, the task,
Mhm,
whatever it is, done, or taking it home or staying late. They're
mhm.
locking themselves out of any future, let alone blessings, any future benefits that could come to them simply by carrying
Wow,
something that they don't need to carry that day.
that is such a great point.
Job security is always having something on your desk. It's always having a to-do list. I used to when I worked
Never.
for Bank of America. That's when I used to tell employees all the time. Let me tell you how this works. If there's nothing for you to do here, I don't think you should be happy. you should you could be replaced. Okay. So if your job you can finish that fast and it's I did all those calls, I did all nah. Let me tell you how this works. Be more efficient than perfect.
Of course.
And you will be and a person normally will be able to retire and be relatively comfortable because they
Can't
were more
imagine.
efficient. Efficiency is way more important. The people look at sports teams and stuff like that. Shoot,
Mhm.
you know, they win a Super Bowl or they win whatever, and you never hear from them again because they
Sometimes.
never win again. Because and the team's getting 2 or 3 or this or that, and they keep winning every few years. Why? Because they focus on being efficient instead of being perfect.
Yeah.
And they have one perfect season. Either that or they're fakers like Milli Vanilli. But you know, so
Imperfect. I mean, nothing's
I
perfect. It's hard work, practice,
that's too much work.
dedication,
Yeah.
spirit, grit. I mean, there's
Yeah.
tons of factors.
Yeah, and some of that is here, and I'm reading some of the stuff. Everybody, if you want more of this, you really got to go to Crystal's channel, Crystal Tees TV. You have to take a look at her channel. I said that right? Did I say that right?
You
It
did.
is okay. You got to educate me because I can't keep up with everybody on the planet and the stuff they doing. But everybody, please make sure you go to Crystal's channel. She's going to have this information available for you there. If it's your first time here on NATV Network, we are not like everyone else on purpose. We're just trying to get 10 viewers, 1 or 2 people in our chat at the time. The same amount that I can control if I had you in our downstairs living room.
Oh,
We only want so many people. Now, if you come upstairs, that's a little different story, but we ain't gonna have you upstairs 'cause you ain't that special. No, I'm just kidding. So what I was gonna say, I'm just messing with people. So our whole objective here is to give you an overview of whoever comes on. Like Gemma Blythe was on earlier. You've seen others that have come throughout the years, but the main objective that we want for you today and right now is to go subscribe. Subscribe to Crystal's channel because you're going to find something that will give you a source of encouragement, and she's going to make you laugh. You may get a recipe, and you're going to always. I said this one time. I don't even know if you've ever heard it. You weren't on the show with me. I said it about you in another show. It's probably been over a year ago. One thing about Crystal is this: she's always going to make you do one of two things: either shake your head or scratch your head. One of the two. You're either going to shake your head or you're going to scratch your head.
That's
And
funny. There's
isn't
a
that
couple
what
ways you can
isn't
shake your head.
there's something wrong with you. There's if you ever go to the zoo, there's always something that's behind the cage, behind a fence that's going to make you either shake your head or scratch your head. So Crystal is doing the same thing, except she's not in a cage yet. So what else can I say?
I am
Just
uncaged
messing
and
with you. Hey,
unburdened
there you go.
and unbothered.
Uncaged. I like the uncaged. You need to cover with that. That's a good one.
Uncaged.
We help many different people with their channel. I'm not going to say a name here, but one of them is, you can always go look this up and figure out whether it was us or not. It's called Going Rogue, and we came up with the name for their channel and their business. And it was funny because it really describes the person that is behind the channel and behind the content and the Instagram and everything like that. And Uncaged, that really fits you. You'd have a series called Uncaged on a playlist. Uncaged on. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling,
My
everybody.
playlists are all over the place. I should probably look at
Yeah,
that.
I told you we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Hey, so check this out. I got to tell you this. If I didn't, Susie said when she went to Home Depot, they gave them oranges. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They gave them orange aprons and pens once a month when they completed their crafts.
I never seen this. Y'all must have stand-up Home Depot programs over
So
there.
you need to go in Florida. You need to go to Home Depot and say, I'm here for my orange apron and my pens. My friend said I can come and get those once a month.
Are
and
you
then say, what
serious?
do I need to do to get that? And then just see what happens.
So, oh my gosh.
When they call the police to come pick you up, so
Like, honey, I don't know what you're talking about or what you're
you're
looking for. You need
be
customer
calling
service?
your mom and dad. They gonna say, can you please come get your daughter?
Oh, Lord. No, people know not to do that anymore.
They oh, no comment.
I'll just
No,
walk out. I don't need a ride. I'll just
Camito.
start walking.
You just start walking. And they're gonna be following you down the street. Make sure, is she gonna harm herself? She was
People are
asking for an
always
apron.
amazed at me walking around, like, walking play. I'm like, "It's not that far. It's just right here, and you get your walk in." And people look at me like, "That's a weird thing." I'm like, "It's exercise. You're supposed to walk." Why is that so strange?
Because you have no problem with it because it's a part of your recovery journey. And
Right?
it's you dealing with the unhealed child. So you walk. People
Yeah.
would rather ride and move to the next task very fast so they don't have to deal with the unhealed child. I
Yeah.
just I just tossed that out there. That's not scientific, you guys.
They're less
Re-
happy.
read the disclaimer. Eric says, Crystal, such joyous. I really am having a problem today. Such joyous. Look at me trying
Wait, you said it. You're
such
judging yourself.
joyous news. I am happy to. By the way, I haven't had lunch. That's probably what I'm doing. I just thought about that. I am happy to hear you are at where you are. I am happy to hear that you are at where you are. I'd like that. Nothing but
Yeah.
compassion for you there. So, thank you
Thanks.
very much, Eric, for that. When we started this channel, I used to tell people on Instagram, um, please don't come on my channel and show everybody how much you're in debt by getting your degree. Because those of us that are not in debt, okay, we just speak the way we speak. So go with all the other people that are in debt and go start a channel and watch how many people are not interested.
Well, it's
But
like you
because
can
it's
be
nothing like
educated
it's
and
nothing.
not,
No, yeah, I know. I'm not saying that. I did a very baby stint, a
yeah,
very short baby stint at UCLA, and it didn't walk away with a degree, but enough
it's okay.
to look at a piece of paper that I put up on the wall and I wrote UCLA on it in crayons. So it's the same thing to me. It's the
That's
same
awesome.
thing to me. Plus, I like the basketball team. But what I was gonna say is,
Love it.
well, I didn't pay for it. The bank I work for paid for it. So, what I was gonna say
Oh,
is, I I thank you, Eric, for when you come on, you're just Eric,
thanks.
and everybody that does that. That's what I love about Susie. Susie is just Susie. There's
Mhm.
nothing about anybody that's connected to this channel that's here for the long run that is someone else. And I love that about you, Eric, and Susie as well, that's here as well, and others. You are exactly who you are, and you don't allow your self esteem to take a hit because someone else wants to prove that they're smarter than you. You're always open, you're always honest. I truly appreciate everyone that's a part of this channel. I love it. I love it a great deal. I see what you just wrote there, Eric. I see what you wrote. So before I read what's on the screen over here, I'm going to read what's on the screen that Crystal wrote. I Eric says, I crashed my car in front of UCLA on Sunset one night. Ha ha ha. Man, how many ha ha
Haha.
ha
Are
ha
you okay? Were you
ha
okay?
ha
Gosh,
ha? How many is that? Ha ha ha
is
ha
that
ha ha. Dude, that's seven. Ha 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 ha. Dude, ooh man.
I've done that, but
I'm gonna
that
ask my
sounds
daughter to
serious.
make a T-shirt that says that, and you got to tell me. I got to send it to you up there in Portland. Ha 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 ha. That's seven of
Like,
them. That
real
should be a
laughs don't
coffee
sound like
mug.
that.
Real laugh doesn't sound like
We
that.
do that, haha,
Yeah.
but they
How
definitely
many
don't.
ha-has do we do if we go? We don't do that many, huh?
You've ever seen Mary Poppins and they do that song about love to laugh and they
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
different
yeah,
kinds of sounds? They're
yeah.
like, some
I have
sound like
never seen Mary Poppins all the way through. I've
oh
only seen
Lord.
it in stages or pieces.
You don't need to see it. You could skip that one.
I had a lot of people tell me that. I had a lot of people. I had a Now,
I'll
now I
keep it
met you, and now
real.
you telling me that. I had a lot of
I've
people tell,
seen
"Oh,
it
you don't have to see it. You don't have to
a
see it. I'm
lot of
like,
times. I know the music and everything, but I watched it as a kid, so
hey,
yeah.
so we should have like a talent show on NATV.
The
You
talent
and
show.
you and Susie and others, and then it's a private for members only.
Is this
And
not our talent? Just
I don't
shooting the breeze.
hey, it's your talent. I don't consider that I'm talented doing this at all. Not at
You
all.
are.
I just sit here and talk to people because I find people fascinating, and then there are people that I truly care about and like yourself, Susie,
Mhm.
and others, Gemma today, and others that have been on here, and you're very authentic, and I just love picking your brain. I got
Yeah.
okay. Here we go. I want to pick your brain about this. Before at some point I had to let you go have your life in Florida. Uh, you say self sabotage or procrastination. Now, when I first saw that, I was trying to say same or not, and then I said, you know what? I'm not going to figure it out. I want to hear your explanation. That's one of your subheadings: self sabotage or procrastination.
Yeah,
Explain. Explain yourself.
because there's a lot of different forms of self-sabotage, of course, like procrastination is one of them, but a lot of people, myself included, always thought procrastination means there's something inherently wrong with me. Like I'm not doing something right. I'm scared of something.
Mhm,
What's my problem? Like, oh, I'm just so stressed. Whatever the thing is, it's an emotional route though that we procrastinate. It's like there's always an emotional. Once you understand that, you can take those steps to start overcoming it. They're like, just take the baby step to get started. Maybe organize this first. Do,
mhm,
read some things first before you get started on writing your essay, for example. Because it's just the overwhelm of not feeling good enough, not being enough, wanting it to be perfect, just juggling different types of responsibilities while you were growing up can just be all in the mix there. And you could
mhm,
procrastinate the most simple task.
mhm,
It's really funny. I've procrastinated all sorts of from big to small things, and none of it makes sense because it was an emotional root, and I didn't know that until later.
mhm.
It's like, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I just do the dishes?" I'd be, like, having a trauma response, so I have to go in the other room, and, like,
Uh,
it's funny now. I'm like, "That's hilarious," but it was that intense and serious for a while for me.
yeah. You know,
Weird.
I've only had a short period of time discussing and chatting with you when you were going through different things. Um,
Yeah.
but I have to read what you have here. Opportunities for success, whether personal or professional, that require a leap of faith or vulnerability can be perceived as a trigger.
Mhm.
The root cause, deep down, the inner child may fear that success will bring. I find this fascinating. I told you, I
Mhm.
find people fascinating. I find what you wrote here, part of you and part of your research. Deep down, the inner child may fear that success with, will bring unwanted attention or responsibility, or
Mhm.
they might fear that they won't live up to expectations. Was that a part of your life?
Man, yes, but gosh, it's taken a lot of work and uncovering layers to realize that and connect the dots. I would have never known that. I'm like, my head was telling fear success, me? I've had people tell me that before. I'm like, no, I want success. Like, I'm not afraid of that. That's why I'm working hard. That's why I'm doing this because I'm, you know, trying to be the best I can be and do the best I can do to be successful. But that's what the world taught us to be successful. That's what we were taught. And basically, what really makes us successful is valuing ourselves. Like, are we proud of ourselves? Do we feel that authentic, just magic presence within ourselves when we're, it's like that, those are my successes when I'm like, wow, I was able to open up creatively and do that show or do that acting class or you know do that new class where I'm putting myself out there and drawing and doing things that I was always told I wasn't good at, or I knew I wasn't as good as everyone else. Like, this is not, if you can allow yourself to be a beginner, then that's it right there. You have mastered like the key to starting over, to play, to creativity, to allowing yourself to break out and be free. Because if you keep thinking you have to be better and perfect, I can't be a beginner, I gotta know this, I gotta trauma response, then yeah, you can't enjoy yourself and play and open yourself up to not self-sabotage,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
yeah, to opportunities. It could be anything, a relationship, a person, a job, moving, right? Changing your lifestyle, so many different opportunities. But we have to do the work and the practice and the reverse engineering ahead of time to know the opportunity, right?
Mm. You had to be a serious child then, or you had to be a serious good Christian girl?
So I was really serious and introspective, all of that, introverted when I was very young, and then I learned pretty quickly after that, I need to be the clown, I need to make everybody laugh, I'm entertaining, "Ha!" And so then I got really more, anxious and that wild hyper
Mhm,
energy.
mhm,
I
mhm,
became the entertainer, I became
mhm.
the funny one, the this, the that. Everyone loves Crystal, and then I learned how to blend the 2 and go back and forth, but in the middle of it, it's like, yes, the faith, Christianity, religion, it was something ingrained and definitely, like, you have to be, like, if you just get your relationship with Jesus right, then everything else is perfect and falls in line, and if so anything I might mess up on or even someone else messes up on, they could just blame, "Why did you do that? Why did you wear that?" Did just criticizing, blaming
I have a
a
question.
child, as a child, like, how can you do that to a child? That's crazy.
I have a question. So, um, did you two-part question, okay? Never asked you this one. So, did you find it difficult to receive forgiveness as well as was it difficult for you to forgive yourself?
Mm, oh my god. I've always forgiven everybody else so openly, but yeah, that was a doozy.
By the way, that wasn't my question.
That was a doozy,
my,
forgiving
my I get
myself.
what you that was the third part. I left that part out, what you just said about forgiving others. But
Mm,
did you find that you were in an environment where forgiveness was not a knee-jerk reaction or a movement toward forgiveness or to get it? And in turn, do you find or did you find it was hard to forgive yourself when you had shortcomings or
mm. It was never a thought that I need to forgive myself. It was just go, go, go. It was never a thought. I thought out it was just do, 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 and,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
what I knew about forgiveness is what the Bible said, and, "Forgive and you will be forgiven," and this and that. I just focus on all of that.
Forgiving others? You just
Yeah, that's
focus.
what was ingrained in me, and that's what I felt from inside, and I was the very last person to forgive and heal and just be with myself and do the reparenting stuff. Yeah, I was last but not least in my life.
If you had a choice to pick 3 different places, I'm gonna toss that choice out to you now. 3 choices, 3 different places. My father used to say, "Just because you were born here in this town don't mean you gotta stay here. This is where we landed. This is doesn't have to be where
Man,
your life is."
I
He used to
wish I
tell
would've
us
talked to
all
him
that. It was
a long time ago.
so,
Whew.
just curious, if you had a choice,
Mm.
now you're still a spring chicken, gonna be 40 soon. And trust me, that ain't nothing. You still 2 decades and some plus away from me. You're still young. Um, so if you had 3 choices of where you could live right now or where you wish you could have been born, what parts of the world would you say?
Mm.
And please don't say Florida, because that's where you are right now. So
No, I would.
three different parts of the world. Give everybody insight to who Crystal is and your mindset. What 3 places would you choose to set up shop
Set up
and
shop.
live and
Wait a minute.
live.
Just, I have 3 different,
If you
um,
had 3 different choices,
of me.
what would the 3 different choices be for you to live? And don't be putting your son in the equation. Don't put it's all about you. What 3 different places would you choose?
Because I haven't even been enough places, unfortunately, to give a really true answer, but,
I don't want you to be looking backwards about where you haven't done. Just
no,
look
I'm a
forward.
little too
Where would you choose? What parts of the world? What 3 different places and parts of the world?
3 different places and parts of the world. Like, being with the one I love anywhere, that would be, like, heaven on earth, right? So
It's just you, nobody else.
I am
You're
the
not
one I love.
washing nobody else's chones. It ain't nobody else you gotta feed. It ain't nobody else you gotta clip their toenail. It ain't nothing. It's just you. What 3 different places would you choose you would have as a place you would live?
Gosh. Why is this so difficult?
Because you
I'm just
gave us like
imagining
27 cards. I'm making up for this is me and Susie striking back at you for those cards you gave us the other show. What that's just 3 different places. What parts of
maybe
the planet?
Spain could be one.
Okay, Spain is one. Go ahead. What's the next?
I'm taking this way too seriously. Usually I just answer right. I'm like, whoa.
You're acting like you just came home at night and I'm your parent asking you where you've been. Just give
I'm
me 3
taking it too
places.
serious.
Just give me
Like,
3
my life
places.
depends on this. I need to make sure this is correct because I might end up
I
there.
know you're going like it's not like I'm the Gestapo
Um,
and you're gonna get gonna send you to some concentration camp.
I haven't been certain places, so it's like I need a little preview before I actually choose to live there. Of course, I need a
I'm
tour.
quite sure you've watched TV, so whatever you do, don't pick Gilligan's Island, okay? And so 3 different parts of the world. If it was just Crystal,
Spain, somewhere in the US, Spain,
okay, so you already picked Spain. We need 2 more.
United States, Spain, and this is so weird. You're like blowing my mind. Maybe Africa, somewhere in Africa.
Okay, you want to go with that one?
Sure.
Just let me know. You sure?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. All right, that was your final answer.
That was weird.
So we got Spain is what came out of her first. Everybody got that? She said Spain. Welcome, by the way, to NATV Network live streaming right here on NATV Network. So Spain. Then you said a really unique place. You said USA. All right.
USA.
And then you said, I'm just messing with you. So then you said, what was the last one again?
I said Africa, just the whole continent.
Then you said, because I repeat, you're a sister from another mister. Then you said Africa. All right. So we got Spain, USA, and Africa. That's what you said right now. When we get done, or 2 seconds later, you may change your mind. All right?
Yeah, exactly.
So on a scale of 1 to no, just hear me out. Just hear me out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the food in the USA? 10 being the best. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the food in the US?
Maybe it's 5 or 6. It depends on where you are.
Okay. You're adding too many variables into a simple answer.
Okay. I say 5 or 6.
And this is why some women take the ring and then later on change their mind. So you're not picking a pair of shoes and then give them away later. Just a simple, 6. What's the number? A what?
6.
A 6. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you had to say, doesn't matter whether you ate it or not, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the food, even if it's just in your imagination or from watching National Geographic or some food channel, the Food Network? What would you rate the food in Spain? 10 being the best.
Maybe a 9, 8 or 9.
You only can pick one number. So just be definitive. What number?
9.
Okay, so a 9 for the food in Spain. You know, Spain is different than Mexico, correct? I just
Yes.
want to make
Oh,
sure
honey.
because
Oh, I
Spain
know
is where
that.
my mother was from. Was my mother from? So I just
Yeah.
want to clarify that.
I
So
am familiar. I am
she
not the
moved.
typical
Mexico was
American.
later. Okay, so now on a scale of 1 to 10, same thing for Africa. The food from Africa. What would you rate it?
8, 7. I mean, 8. It depends on where you are too. I've had different types of African food. There's like,
Are you done? You explaining your
I
answer?
know this is
Okay.
my issue. I've
This
done my
is
whole
this is the
life.
internet game show. You don't
Yeah.
get anything but my hearty congratulations. Okay, so what number did you pick?
8.
8.
What?
Okay, so a 9 for Spain, a 6 for the U.S., and an 8 for Africa.
I don't
So
know.
just from the overall conversation we're having on this internet game show, you're saying that the food in other parts of the world will get your attention better than the food in the USA, correct?
I think so.
Okay, so if that's the case, there's only 2 other questions coming. Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
A 9, a 6, and an 8 when it comes to food. If you had to rate, doesn't mean you had an experience or an interaction with, if you had to rate the men from Spain, the US, and Africa, let's
Oh my
start
god.
with Africa. What number
Oh.
would you say on a scale of 1 to 10? By the way, send all hate mail
Oh my god.
to Crystal in Florida. Don't send it to me. So, all the men in Africa or men that are from Africa, how would you rate them as to getting to know them and wanting to get to know them on a scale of 1 to 10? We're not talking about how good they are as a person or
Okay.
whatever the case may be, but
Wait.
which one are you more likely to want to get to know more? A man from Africa, the US, or Spain? Let's rate your judgment in regards to doing that on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Africa, what number?
So it doesn't matter romantically or platonically, right?
You're over processing
Doing it
this.
again.
Just a number. Just a
Okay.
number.
Africa the highest. 10, US 9, Spain 8. 10, 9, 8. I'm just gonna put
That was quicker than getting the food out of you. Good Lord have mercy. You knew that number real quick. So can we do that again for the people in the back row because you went so fast?
I'm
What did
focused. I'm trying to do my best for you
what
because I
was
know
that?
what I'm
What was
doing.
it? Wait, so Africa was what number?
Africa 10, US 9, Spain 8.
8. So let's make sure we all understand this throughout the internet on this live streaming platform here, often imitated but never duplicated because there's no one like Crystal, no one like Susie. Thank goodness there's no one like me. Sad to say, unfortunately for my son. But what I was going to say is the food in Spain is better than your desire to hang out with a man from Spain. The
That's
food
my
got a
imagination.
9. The food got a 9, and the man got an 8.
That's my imagination.
In the United States, the number for men was a higher rating of 9, and the food was a 6. So it'd be safe to say you're pretty much going to make your own food, but go out on a date with a guy from the U.S.
We could travel around the
But
US together.
but
All
for
the food things.
Africa, quite fascinating. The food got an 8, not bad, and the men got a 10. Overall score being 18. 18.
Yeah.
So technically, it's the top score. All of you men from Africa, let me give you Crystal's phone number. Her number is, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Just messing. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Love it.
So technically, if a man from Africa takes you out into an African restaurant, he's an 18. He's not a 10. He's an 18.
I would be like, what's more authentic than this? Authentically African.
Oh, man. I got tons of these. I've got tons of this stuff I could ask people. It just so happened I decided to give this one to you today.
That was a mind bender for me. That was like the hardest question. That's so ridiculous, isn't it? I can talk about all these other complex things.
I could give you real ridiculous. Here we go. Here's the last one. Here's
It's
the real.
numbers.
Are you ready? You ready?
and the ratings.
If
Okay.
you had to say the height of a man that would be a problem for you to spend the rest of your life with, the height of a man that you would have a problem with, what would that height be?
A problem? Like if he was 4 feet tall, like that?
You're going to give me a height or not? What are you going to give me?
Can I give you a range?
What's the height?
Anything below 5'6".
5'6". The height that you're comfortable with, Susie, you shouldn't be laughing because I'm going to tell you something, Crystal.
Is this rude?
I let Susie slide. Okay. These were actually questions for her.
Oh, okay.
But I'm giving them to you. She's over there in the chat and I'm going to put it up on the screen. She's laughing. She's laughing right now. She thinks this is funny, but I got some stuff for you, Susie. Don't worry about it. You go get yours. I got stuff for you. So 5'6". Is there a height that you prefer, the tallest height that you would prefer him to be and not beyond that? What height would you say is a comfortable height for you to walk down the street with this guy, and that's the tallest that you would prefer that he is?
Prefer? Like I'm building a man?
Well, technically, yes. That is actually what is happening. Most women, you should know this, all the women over 50 and 60 know it. Women, you're building a man, okay? Because the mom doesn't get to finish the job. Man. It's whoever takes him on, unless he's had enough time on his own and he doesn't need you to do that. So what height would you say? I'm dying on the train.
I know.
Susie's putting on platform shoes.
She's tall. She's 5'10".
Yeah, I'm not even. I was gonna leave. Okay, go ahead. So what height? What do you got? What height?
Mine's easier because mine would be like 5'10" to 6 foot.
Which one?
I'll just say 5'10".
You see, this is why Home Depot makes money, because men go in and know the exact measurement they want. That's why when you take a bolt in and you say, I want it bigger, and you don't say a number, it's so much fun to watch a man figure it out.
Huh.
Men are pragmatic. We want a specific number. A woman is going to give you a range so she has room to change her mind. So give me a specific number that would work for you if you could, my friend.
But we both want to be right, just so we are clear. On both sides, we're both trying to be right and not wrong.
That is correct. That's why it's a beautiful thing when two people come together and they acquiesce to be more understanding than demanding. But go ahead. You were going to say?
That's what I said. Wait, what am I supposed to write down?
What number is the sufficient height? How tall?
I mean, 5'10" is great. 6 foot's great. I said 5'10", 5'11".
You're doing the range thing again. Come on, pick a number.
5'11". God, it's like if you make me choose, I'm going to choose. But see, I'm not like that. I'm not superficial like that. But you're going to make me pick. I'll pick.
This is not a judgment factor. Just pick a number. That's all. Just pick a number.
Yeah, I did, but.
So what number? 5'11"? Is that
5'11". I feel like I'm playing bingo or like gambling.
5'11". You are playing bingo in the back alley with a bunch of thugs. It's not with the grandmas. It's all the thugs are here. Just want you to pick a number. Safe. Okay, so 5'6" to 5'11" is a workable height for you to be able to be. I was going to get to that, but I'm not now. So it's a workable height. Now, the chat is going crazy because Susie's there. Okay. And we all know, I shouldn't say that. I'm out of place by saying this. We need to remind everybody. I was going to say we all know, but actually that's not true. Some of you may watch this and not even know Susie, who she is. But Susie is 5'10", right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Susie, correct, right?
Yep, I remember.
Yeah. She's 5'10", if I remember correctly. Yeah. So Susie is 5'10". Okay. But she just put in the chat, I got to tell you this, Crystal. She just put in the chat that 5'8", she's completely comfortable with that. Yeah. But she's 5'10".
Yeah, because your choices whittle down.
Your choices
you
literally
know?
whittled down. In like real life, they literally are whittled down. Is that
And
what she's
I've
saying?
had
Yes, I
that
think
happen a lot,
she's
you
saying
know?
yes to 5'10", I think, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, I know
so
what that was like when I was really tall as a little kid. I was freakishly tall, taller than all the boys. It's like I know what
mhm.
that's like too.
What was that like?
It's just I was looked older when I was out. People thought I was so much older than I was, and so I think I adapted to that mentally. I thought I was older as well, which became problematic later on. And thank God I
So
stopped growing because then I'd be a Amazon woman by now. So
so what was that all about? And Susie could probably relate to that because she's 5'10". So what are we talking about? You just started not playing around and looking serious all the time because you're trying to act like an adult, but you're really a kid.
yeah, I did, but I went back and forth. It was definitely at war within myself. Like I learned how to play with it too, like just act older than I was and try to get away with stuff. And because I felt like I could. I felt like I was 12 going, I'm 25 at some point. I'm like, I'm 25 mentally, but I am 12. And the way I looked, yeah, it was very awkward. Men thought I was like at least 18 when I was
Hmm.
12. The way my body is like the same body that I have now. It's very weird.
I hope it's the same body, unless
You
you're
know what I mean?
Invasion
Like,
of the Body Snatchers or something
yeah,
like.
like puberty, like post, like it was all
Yeah,
done
I got you.
by
No,
age
I
12.
got you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like it was
Got you.
done. It was so, which is awkward. And it poses
Hmm.
a lot of awkward situations. And sometimes I would even
Body
lie
image,
about,
body
yeah.
image issues.
Well, I was confident because I was getting like attention, but then that's bad too. You put yourself in bad situations, or just learn to try to get attention that way. If I'm not getting it, from parent or your dad or something, and you're kind of seeking that out, and yeah, it's not good to put yourself in situations like that.
What advice do you give to a young woman that's dealing with that? And maybe not necessarily in your case, but maybe it stems from these root causes, these unhealed childhood trauma situations. What advice would you give to a young one at that age?
Mm. And whatever age that is, whether it's 12 or yeah, wherever you're at in your journey, and whether you've gone through puberty or not, it's part of your experience and your journey. It's like don't try to be anything other than who you are and what you are. Like don't try to impress anybody. If you're trying to get attention from elsewhere constantly, then that signals to you that something is not right, something's not balanced. Like because we're supposed to have our own validation as well and self-love, and know that we're okay just with ourselves. We don't have to get all this attention and feed the ego all the time, or just to feel worthy. That's what we do when we're feeding that ego constantly. People are in the gym, people are doing just trying to feel worthy. So that means we're really insecure at heart. So I would say work on your go out in nature, do these creative recovery, work, and you're working on yourself on the inside, so then you don't have to be validated on the outside, and you know who you are, and you're like, I'm good. I don't have to compare myself, don't have to feel less than or insecure or not worthy, because you know you are inside.
Beautiful. Awesome. You know what? I thought it was very important to take the time to Google the average height of someone from Africa and Spain. And I have to tell you, Google is quite a bevy of information. You may want to hold on to it in the future as you travel the world and look for a husband from Africa or Spain where you like the food and their height more than here in the States. Because
Oh my
the
god.
USA got the lowest score of 15. Africa got a score of 18, and Spain got a score of 17. So you said between 5'6" and 5'11", or maybe even 6 feet tall. I'll give you that one because I know you want me to give you that because you're not prejudiced at all. But what I was gonna say is,
No.
Crystal, what are you? I mean, not Crystal, but Susie. What are you? She said she was taller than her husband. He was shorter than. Okay. Must have been
That's
triggering for him, huh? To always have to
yep.
look up to you. She says,
Mhm.
Crystal, were you the oldest child in the family? We'll get to that question in just a moment. Let me just bring this information to your attention, and you can answer Susie's question. Since Susie is going to New York and going to be partying all night, and
Woo.
she wants to interview you via the chat. which is awesomely cool. Make sure you send us some pictures. We want to see what you're wearing and what you got going on.
Yeah.
Because if make sure you don't have any hay on you when you go. Make sure. It's kind of like an inside joke for everybody. But anyhow, so what do we got here? Average height. The average height of men in the United States is 5'9".
Okay.
Some reports the average height in certain parts of Africa are 5'2". But overall, most of the information shows, chat or anybody else can feel free to correct me and jump in the chat if you find something else. But the average height is around 5'9" as well. Overall, 5'7" to 5'9" when it comes to men from Africa. So you're a win-win there. The average height of men in Spain is relatively the same. Overall, throughout the planet, the average height of a male, irregardless of his background, cultural background, is between 5'7" and 5'9", usually 5'9". So you're right in that window. You seem to have everything about you is average. The way you look at food, the way you look at different parts of the world, everything is average. Do you see yourself as an average person, or do you see yourself as an outsider?
Me?
Yes.
Outsider.
Why? Because of the unhealed trauma?
I feel like I look at things differently. I wouldn't call myself average or normal. I have too many different sides and nuances and ways to be and grow.
Hey,
And you can't put me in a box. We already said uncaged.
yeah, I always used to tell you about the whole.
I'm getting different information
Yeah.
when I pull it up, by the way. Who knows? They're tricking us on Google.
I know, but see, the thing on what I pulled up,
Messing up.
I have ghetto Google. See, you have a different
Oh,
Google. You have Florida Google. I have ghetto Google. See, ghetto Google is different.
yeah.
There are people, it's not a regular Google. There are people with a can on one end and a string in the middle and a can at the other, and that's how I get the information. So my information may literally be 25 years old, but to me,
God.
I'm I'm making that up. I'm just messing around.
Oh, I was like, maybe you have a different,
I
internet.
just like saying ghetto Google. I just think it just sounds good together.
Heck
That
yeah.
there's a ghetto Google, and we're gonna start something on the
We need
internet.
to make it. Yeah.
And
for
just
sure.
next thing you know, I'm gonna be sued by Google.
Oh,
Ghetto Google. So Susie says, I tell my 11-year-old granddaughter, take care of you, stay with the horses, don't worry about the boys. Well, if she learns more about the horses, she'll know how to treat the boys, because many men are just like horses. Susie doesn't even remember. I told her that one time, a long time ago. She probably forgot. You probably forgot I told you that, Susie. I'm not going to do it right now with Crystal, but we could break down the analogy of horses and how they're similar to men in the way we make decisions.
depends on the horse. They have different.
All I got to say is study a horse, and you'll understand a lot about men.
Save a horse,
including
ride a
me.
cowboy.
Okay. Oh, okay. And you have a great song, actually. Almost said their name. Doggone it, almost said their name.
Oh, the two guys.
Oh, no, it wasn't Brooks and Dunn. It's
Brooks and Dunn.
no.
The
No,
other
was
one.
it? No, yes, oh my goodness.
I know. I'm picturing them. Oh wow.
I'm gonna have to go watch CMT backwards so I can get the right answer. Oh my goodness, I almost said it.
I know, me too. Brooks and Dunn was a little older.
My goodness. Oh, I almost said their
Me
name. I
too.
see their
Me too.
faces.
Hold
Why
on.
don't I just Google that?
Wait.
Lazy. All right.
Big something is the name.
Yes,
Big in
that's
the
it.
title?
It's Big and
something.
Rich. It's Big and Rich.
Big and Rich. Listen to the Big.
Hey,
That's
man,
the part I remembered was
don't
Big.
bring up country and
Not
western to me.
Rich.
I'll tell you who it is.
Big and Rich.
My daddy was a country boy.
Oh,
all right, goodness. So I gotta tell everybody this, and then I won't. Here we go. Procrastination, avoidance, or self-sabotaging behavior that is driven by deep fear of failure or unworthiness. Address that for the viewers, listeners. What are we talking about? What are we unpacking with a statement that you put in your outline?
It's like you obviously have something inside, a fear of failure, of success, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, just feeling wrong, because otherwise you would take action and none of that would be a thought. You wouldn't have the thought, you would just do the thing. You do the thing because you know who you are. You'd say, I'm applying, I'm doing this, I'm doing the workout, I'm gonna call her, I'm doing this because I love myself, I know who I am, and I'm gonna shoot my shot. I get rejected, next. That's cool because it'll just bring me closer to where I want to be and the life I want. And because it's all coming to me, I'm attracting all the good because that's who I am.
I was waiting for you to laugh. I was just let it
Oh
just let it
man,
sit here for a minute. She's gonna laugh.
I can't help it today. You're making me.
Well, you've discussed so much today, and you had no idea that you were going to be marrying a man from Africa and enjoying African food with someone that's 5'9" to 5'11" or 6 feet.
Yeah, I found different stats, but we'll talk about which
Oh,
region.
we're gonna talk. Oh yeah, you're gonna go down there. I saw different regions, yeah, but we're not talking about pygmies and different things like that, and other stuff. Or 7 feet tall, playing basketball. I left those out.
Oh goodness.
So, difficulty in setting boundaries. That seems to be a big, huge thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Healing the inner creative child is another thing you have here to talk about. Engaging in playful activities, practicing self compassion. It seems to be one that really caught my eye. And what does that mean? Practicing self compassion. Crystal will tell you more when you go over to her channel, but I'll tell you this much. It means offering love and care to yourself, as you just started talking about. And even when you're struggling or
Especially,
facing difficult emotions. Go ahead. No, you're going to say, please.
yeah, especially when you are. I used to do the opposite. I used to double down, force myself harder, try, be tough on myself harder, more and more. Like, it's the opposite. You can't force, you can't, the pressure will build, just like you were saying earlier. It comes to a head at some point, and then you have to be kind to yourself. It doesn't matter if you think that's sissy or weird or like you're weak,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter, because it's like eventually you come to that place where you're like, do I want to be free and have love and live a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
life?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
And you have to treat yourself like you would treat your sweet, sweet child. And that's what I've had to do. I had to have like my son to realize how to even treat myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never had this. I didn't realize it until I had my son. And you have to reparent yourself if you did not receive that from a parent or caregiver or whatnot. It's foreign to you. And I've had to do it quite literally at different times,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm hugging myself. Like I'd be,
Mm-hmm.
breaking down. And I remember doing that for the first time, hugging myself. And
Mm-hmm.
I had to say my name. I'm like, it's okay, Crystal. I love you, and I
Mm-hmm.
get up thinking about it because I've been told so many times, I love you. And it's just words. And I always believed it because who it's coming from. And you just want to believe the best in people and you believe what they're saying. But at some point, you either feel it or you don't. Energy doesn't lie. And when I say it to
No.
myself and feel it, I know it's true. I know I'm being real with myself. So it meant more, honestly, than anyone else. True story.
I I've always appreciated your vulnerability, but what you're talking about has an impact on relationships, doesn't it? The more you start to solidify, the common term today is parenting oneself and a number of other things. I find you fascinating because throughout this process of us talking with one another since late 2020 or 2021, I can't remember what. So you've began to take life and put it under your thumb. And the moments where it shoots out and it seems like, man, I want it this way, you've kind of found a way to ride the horse.
Oh yeah, got thrown off, get back on.
Instead of always being thrown off, you found a way
Yeah.
that you don't have to be on the ground anymore. It can still be rough, but you just don't let go of the reins. And I've appreciated your emotional maturity, your spiritual desire and quest to continue to grow. But can you do me a favor? I'm going to mention a couple of things, but you have a book that you wanted to read a couple of things out of, the same book that many people have, and you wanted to read a couple of things. I'm going to say a couple of things that from your outline, and then you can find one or two things to read there before we hit the road here.
Man,
And everybody make sure they have a good weekend. We're not done yet, but we're going to be moving toward ending this live stream. But impact on relationships, the unhealed childhood wounds, unresolved matters can have an impact. One of the greatest things about having a YouTube channel is you don't have to have something on the wall that says you know about that subject. You just have to find people like Crystal, Susie, and others that want to share their community story to lift up a community. Even more impactful than people who have very popular names in television shows and books and a number of other things. I find the response from you, our viewers and subscribers and members, very encouraging, because you tell us that you're impacted more by these community stories from lived experiences than when we have professionals on. For example, Crystal put this out: impact on relationships, difficulty trusting others, fear of intimacy, repetitive dysfunctional patterns, difficulty setting boundaries, projection of inner child needs. All of those have an impact on one's self-esteem. So there's an impact on relationships, there's an impact on the self-esteem. And when it's an impact on the self-esteem, low self-worth kicks in. Negative self-image, body images, and a number of other things start to take place. People pleasing or perfectionism tries to find a way in.
Yep. It's like, even if you've worked on that yourself, it gets triggered and ignited in relationships, and it takes more work. And I mean, you got it perfectly said.
All of these lead to an unhealed inner child.
Yeah.
And the creative self gets stuck. So whether you're trying to start a podcast, whether you're trying to get coaching, whether you're trying, nothing ever gets completed. The same thing in a relationship, hopping from bed to bed, home to home, and it's always the other person's fault. And I love what you said earlier, which is one of the biggest things said since we've been together today, is that you found yourself alone, or found time where you're able to really focus on you. And just hearing you talk about Spain, USA, and Africa, that was you eventually moving to that point where you had to think about you and what you like, or take a chance on something, even though it seems like a strange question. I've used it many times in literally over 2,000 episodes that we've done here, and still counting. I just stopped counting because I haven't kept posting stuff, but we have so many shows that we've done with people, and I've used that same question numerous times, and the answer is relatively exactly pretty much what you just gave. I find that fascinating to me, that you are just like everybody else.
What?
I've always told you that, though. Have I not? I've always told you there's nothing. It's not you, it's your environment. It's the people that want to control you, need to keep you off balance. But your answer is the same as a psychologist, a female psychologist, a female therapist, and others that I've talked to. It's right on point and in the same range. No matter what, the countries are different, but it's the same. The outlook is the same. What does that tell you? The outlook is the same. But people will say there's something wrong with me. It's just a game being played by those who have the power to play the game. and they never win. But when a person starts to do the excavation, the unearthing of unfinished emotional business that they have in their life, and then there are times that they can't do any more than look at something because that mom or dad or that person is dead. And they then learn how to let go so that they can grab something new.
Mm-hmm.
You got to grab something new, people. It ain't all about the narcissist, people. Don't let everybody take your money.
Man.
Save that money for yourself.
Whew. Total opposite of what I was taught. Yep. A lot of
it ain't all about work. I can tell you that, being retired. It's all about your family. And if your family is just a neighbor and they love you and your family don't like you, trust me, that's your family. That's your family. Better get used to that's your family. I tell you, my father said, you ain't got to live here. This is where your mama and I settle. You go wherever you want. In other words, get out of the house.
I love it.
Move. You said go travel. Beat it. We want our alone time. Beat it. But you've got some quotes. I think I forgot what you said at the beginning. Don't get old, by the way. Forget stuff. What did you say? Something out of the book or one or two things? I don't remember. But go ahead. Whatever you got, share it before we have to go.
We have tons, but okay, I'll just read a few random things. You guys know this book, right? The Body Keeps the Score. Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma.
Hey, remember when we did random? Because remember we do random, but right?
Random. What do you call it? Rambling?
Rambling. I don't know, something like it had an R. I don't remember now. Go ahead. Know. You got what you got?
So this part is chapter 13, just healing from trauma, owning yourself. I just like how they subtitled that, owning yourself, healing from trauma. So essentially we're reading that trauma owned us, or this put us in prison. We've been in a mental, nervous system, whatever, trauma prison, and we have to own ourselves to free ourselves, right? So just from that title, it's like, wow, it's a lot right there. And people think, oh, I don't have any trauma. I'm fine. I don't need to be healed. And you don't even realize you're just saying, I'm fine in the cage. I'm fine in the box. Nope, I'm good. I'm strong. Well, nope. We have to get out to be free and strong and ourselves. So owning ourselves. There's a little saying here from someone named Dar Williams. I don't go to therapy to find out if I'm a freak. I go and I find the one and only answer every week. And when I talk about therapy, I know what people think, that it only makes you selfish and in love with your shrink. But oh, how I loved everybody else when I finally got to talk so much about myself. I just thought that was funny. But true.
I'm laughing. That's my mic is off, but that's pretty good. That's funny.
It was a little different.
That is funny.
I'm so serious all the time, right? Yeah, you can't really treat the trauma per se. There's a lot of treatments and talk there. You cannot talk your way through it. You can't treat something horrendous or bad that happened because it can't be undone. But what can be dealt with are the imprints of the trauma on the body, the mind, the soul, just those crushing feelings in your chest, the sensations through your body, being on the alert, hypervigilant, just danger, rejection, self-loathing, nightmares, flashbacks, total anxiety, just a fog. You've heard of brain fog. It keeps you from staying on task, from fully engaging in what you're doing, being just unable to fully open your heart to another human being. It's holding you back, and people will just run away, escape, running away. You are the only person you can't run away from. And yeah, it just robs you of the feeling that you're in charge of yourself and giving yourself a wonderful life, self-leadership, and just looking forward to the chapters in your life that are coming and being fully present and feeling that joy of life. Yeah, it does take some time to learn how to be calm and focused. It means just feeling free to get what you know and feel what you feel without becoming overwhelmed or ashamed or so angry. Like, why am I feeling this way? This is ridiculous. That kind of stuff. Trust me, I've been through not judging yourself, getting to that point where you can feel the feelings. You have to feel it and face it to heal it, and really just keep allowing it to bubble and surface up until you really accept it and you're able to say, okay, and kind of like, ooh, ebb and flow fluidly on to the next layer. And we think so many times the way we were taught, well, I should be done with that. I dealt with my anger. I did this. Well, no, keep going inward. There's some more layers in there. So you have to try different things, and your body and it'll tell you what you need to do. If we really listen, we get connected and love ourselves and in touch with ourselves. And then you can really trust yourself when you meet someone else one day and you want that relationship, or you want to make that life altering decision, whatever it is, these opportunities. You would have already done this work. And it's nonstop, but it gets easier with time, and you trust yourself. That's the bottom line. You trust yourself. You don't second guess yourself. There's nothing in the background saying you're wrong, you're not this, you're not that. Like, I've done this work. I know I'm awesome. It's not even a thought. You just know it. It's the inner knowing. And you go for it, regardless of any fear of rejection or whatever. Yeah, you just have to go for it to really live, right? What do you think?
I think I should read two things that agree with you, and I agree with you exactly what you said from your outline. Reconnecting with this childlike wonder can help unlock new creative potential and offer deep healing for our adult selves. That's one aspect. Just that sentence alone, and if we dissect it, we can get a lot out of it. I get an opportunity and a privilege to work with a lot of different people with their content behind the scenes, and a number of people are locked up because they're chasing numbers, egometric numbers. As I've often said, if those numbers were on a scale, they would want that number to go down. But in social media, they want that number to go up, and it adds value to them. So it's kind of confusing when you really look at it, because the less people are bothering you, the more quality you can give to something. Yeah. If you were a watchmaker, a glass blower, the more you had people bothering you and hovering over you, the less the value and quality is there. However, in social media, they treat it differently. You need more. But just looking at this sentence alone, reconnecting with this childlike wonder can help unlock new creative potential. Well, you can only really spend time working on anything that has been unhealed or unsolved by spending time with it. No police officer, no investigator, no detective finds that criminal by spending his time doing 50 billion things. He hones in on something. So to become an emotional detective in your own life, for me to do it in my life, I need time that's uninterrupted with me. With me.
Amen.
If I need that, and we all know how crazy I am, that's not true, but I say it for those who want to believe that I'm crazy. You have to spend time with you. With you. And you are, I'm going to say this really corny part of a song, you are everything, and everything is you. No, I'm just kidding. So that's an old R&B song. But essentially, when we go and take a walk, when we are taking a hike, if you see those things on our channel, we are trying to remind you of how you are more than just where you are. You are connected to other things bigger than the narcissist. You are connected to things bigger than what's in your mailbox. So because of that, that's why the mailbox is so small, because whatever's in there is really small. But the universe is big, bigger than we can see, and we're in it.
pretty
The
cool.
way the bill is in the mailbox and it's small, we can begin to believe we're small when we're really in something big. So we are really, and my daughters gave me this and I still have it here in the studio. They gave me a balloon that says, "You're a big deal."
Oh, I love it.
You are a big deal if you're listening to this as one of our viewers, subscribers, and members. You're passing through, it applies to you as well. We're not biased. We're just talking to our audience when we put these on. You are a big deal. Walk like it, talk like it, live like it. We're not talking swag. We're talking something bigger than swag.
Yeah.
You have to recognize what Crystal is saying, what Susie's told you, what Gemma said earlier today, others that have been on our channel. You have the answer to what you need that day. What's often missing is momentum. Who gives you momentum? Who keeps you going the direction you're trying to achieve? That, I'm going to steal it from Gemma. I told her I was going to do it. That's your circle. Not network, not community. That's your circle. Stay in your circle. It's better than a lane. Tight. That's what they did with wagons. They didn't all get in a lane. They circled the wagons to protect what's in the middle. Stay in the middle. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize just a little while longer, and this will make sense. But what Crystal told you today is spot on. But check out something else she wrote. I am cheating. I am cheating on her stuff today. There's so much here that she put in this outline, and it's 12 different episodes, okay? Or whatever you got. I'm just telling everybody. Maybe I shouldn't have told them that. But there's a lot she's got here that you can get on her channel. But I'm going to read this. You'll probably hear it more on her channel, but I'm just cutting through her stuff. I don't normally do this with people's content because it's not mine. But
it's ours.
Check this out. Chat, everybody, check this one out. I see you over there, Eric. I'll put that up. Everybody can read that. But notice what Crystal has here. Remember, the healing process takes time. We all can agree to that. And often involves revisiting. Here we go, everybody. Everybody ready for this? Because this is where people can get stuck. Remember, the healing process takes time. Point 1. And often involves revisiting past wounds with compassion. Point 2. Then she uses a 3-letter word starting with B, ending in T. She says, but reconnecting, point 3, with the inner creative child can be deeply transformative.
Yeah.
Point 4, leading to greater emotional freedom and creative expression. What better way to enhance your neighborhood, your life, your kitchen, your bedroom is when your creativity comes out and you express it in a set of pillows, a comforter, whatever it may be. It can be that simple that if something has not been addressed in your life, you can't even pick a pillow, let alone a TV program or dinner, because there's a blockage. Let's look at the 4 again. Remember, she says, point 1, the healing process takes time. Agreed. Find foundation to work from. Point 2, often involves revisiting past wounds with compassion. We all can understand that. Even if we're talking to a child, telling them not to be so hard on themselves if they dealt with a bully. So I tell you, don't be so hard on yourself if you had to deal with a narcissistic bully. It's not you, it's them. Point 3, reconnecting with the inner creative child can be deeply, here's the key word, starts with a T, transformative. That's what every parent wants for their child that starts to crawl, transforms into walking, transforms into running, transforms into riding a bike, transforms into driving a car. It's stages that take time. That was point 1. Point 4, leading to greater emotional freedom and creative expression. There is nothing better than to get to point 4, because when we all are doing that, oh my goodness, the rhythm of life changes, because now we are not beating ourselves down. We are creating an atmosphere of encouragement. But why listen to me? I'm just a 62-year-old man with a mic. So
Wealth of
you ain't gotta
knowledge
listen
and
to me.
experience.
Hey, only my children got to listen to me, and that's still up to them. So I'm just telling you, Crystal, you put something together. Excellent. All of it has not been shared with you right now. We look forward to doing that. Eric, thank you for being in the chat. Appreciate you always sharing what you've been through in your life. Susie was here, is here, whatever the case may be. Everybody, we truly appreciate you. But in this world of social media, please remember, men are running it. And if you don't even understand men right now, you're just going to spend a lot of money on social media by other men and others who were taught by men who don't understand social media, telling you what to do. Put on content that is valuable, quality, encouraging content. You'll be just fine. Stop throwing your money away. Become a member to my channel, $5.99. That would be a good investment. Buy some of my merch once a year. 10 minutes a week is all I ask you to do on our channel. Now for Crystal, I want something else. I want you 5 hours a week, and I want you 20 hours a month. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's going like, Paxton, there's so much pressure on us. You guys, please. Just stay tuned to what's happening over at Crystal T's TV. You're going to like what you see even more than you have before. Crystal, you really have been a great deal of vulnerability. And when I was talking to Gemma earlier today during her show, as I learned it to be, I'm going to say crazy parents, because I don't know how I lived with them and they didn't kill me. But the stuff I used to do as a kid. But vulnerability is honesty, as my father used to say. If you're vulnerable, that means you're just being honest. And you got to be honest with yourself in order to share where you're vulnerable and where you need to improve. And everybody can improve. Yeah. Everybody.
It makes you feel brave too, because you're putting yourself out there, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That's courage. So it takes courage to be vulnerable. So I appreciate that.
And hey, if anybody out there has been vulnerable with someone who is toxic, or however you want to describe it, someone who is overly selfish, because we all are, but that's not the point, us being selfish. People who want to take more than give, you can call them narcissists, self-absorbed, whatever you want to label you want to give it. The label means nothing. Some people just have bad behavior. And so that bad behavior, if it's affected your life, please make sure you distance yourself, get yourself some space. You may not be able to go no contact, but you sure can stay connected to yourself more than you were before. So you can hold on to your peace. Protect your peace, people. I might have a video I'll throw up here for everybody. I'm not really sure. I'm going to kick around here for a little bit. You don't have to get stuck with me. I told you when we started this, you were frozen, and you're still frozen.
Well, maybe I have to
And we were having such a great conversation before we started, and then all of a sudden you got frozen before. So.
It's all right. I'll heat up later.
Smart.
I'm reheatable.
You're such a, you know
I'm
what?
reheatable because I've done the inner work.
I am reheatable because I've done it. You need to post that somewhere. That's true. You need to put that on Instagram. You need to put that on your Instagram. I am what'd you say? How'd you say it again? Say it again. Say it again.
I'm reheatable.
Good God.
And transformable because I've done the inner
unbelievable work. The stuff you young people come up with. I gotta find something here.
Thank you you're so kind. You are.
First of all, I didn't do nothing.
You do. You're being yourself. That's what it is.
That's it. That's it. I told one of my brothers that one time. He says, "Why are you doing that?" I says, "I don't know. I think it's because I'm being me." I said,
Yes.
I don't need to kind of figure it out. I think that's just kind of who I am. So what am I gonna
Thank
do?
God.
You
You know
know?
it. You accept it. Oh, I found
Hey,
something else
what you got?
real quick.
Go ahead.
It's
Hey, no, real
from the
quick. Take your
same
time.
real quick. It's from the same chapter, but we're talking about, yeah, playing and, like you said,
Hmm.
recovering the inner child and doing all that. It says no mind without mindfulness. Now we've heard all the teachings about mindfulness and
Yeah, yeah,
meditating,
yeah, yeah.
right? And they're
Hmm.
teaching you this way of doing it. It's great. I've done all that too. I've integrated it in whenever I need to do it, but
Hmm.
I just listen to my body and everything tells me what to do. But body awareness. So at the
Hmm.
core of recovery is self-awareness, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So just some of the things as you're going through your own trauma therapy, your own journey, is like, notice this. What's happening next? They said that to me. How do I feel now? I did that. Oh, I felt like this. What do I do next? It's like you're doing the scientific observations, right? You're doing little
Hmm.
self experiments for your recovery. And when you're traumatized, you live with really unbearable sensations. Like you feel heartbroken, you're suffering, whatever, like the pit in your stomach or tightness or clenching, and you become overwhelmed with all that. So you can't feel and play and open up. Like it's locking you in. So body awareness puts us in touch with our inner world
Hmm.
in the landscape. It says of our organism. So it's biological, right? It's
Hmm.
simply noticing our annoyance, nervousness, or anxiety immediately helps us shift our perspective and open up new options other than our automatic habitual reactions, what they call the monkey brain, right? Or survival skills. So if we don't do that, our perspective doesn't shift. We can't open up to any other new options. So then we're in autopilot,
Hmm.
no wonder
Hmm.
everyone got miserable. So mindfulness actually puts us in touch with the transitory nature of our feelings and perceptions. And when we pay focused attention to our bodily sensations, yes, our body, how we feel, what is it telling us? Our sensations, it's like a wealth of knowledge, just the body. We can recognize the ebb and flow of our emotions, and with that, increase our control over them.
Hmm.
And then your life, your whole inner, that's your inner experience.
Inner experience is very important. Most people grow up only looking for that outer experience. Not necessarily validation, but just
Mhm.
everything needs to be experienced outside in order to know who I am inside. But it's amazing how as we get older, individuals get older and they recognize, oh my goodness, it's really how have I looked at things internally? What have I internalized that I need to tear out of me and get rid of it because it's holding me back? I love what you just said.
Yeah.
Well done. Awesomely cool.
Awesomely cool. I like it when you say that.
I know. I've been saying that since like the 60s. So just like, I can't help it. It's just like, I just say it. And they were like, that's not a normal way of talking. And I go like, well, I'm not your normal. I'm my normal.
Oh, exactly.
I'm not your normal. I don't know what your normal is, but I'm happy for you. Um, I just don't have to be it. I was looking for a video and I literally
You're so carefree. I love it.
have to, I don't know about that. I do have to have certain things in certain place here at my house
I'm
because I can't find it.
well, me too.
They're
I'm pretty good
like,
at hiding
I
from
know I had
myself.
that somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. What did I
Mm,
do with it? I like what's his name? I'm like the Beverly Hillbillies, the Jed Clampett. I'll be
bet.
like,
Yeah. Oh,
hey,
I know.
everybody's hanging out here for a second. I'm gonna do something. Just hold on for a second. I'm gonna push a couple of buttons. You'll hear something, but
I don't think that.
don't freak out. Okay, all right. I'm just playing stuff. Man, you guys are really catching this real time. This is what I do. If you're not a member of the channel, this is what I do. I did it to Susie one time. We did a live show just for the streaming for members. And there is no preparation in that, guys. You just get like when I prepare for a show, you can see that sometimes behind the scenes when I'm getting stuff ready, all kind of weird stuff. I just haven't done it lately. If you're a member and you haven't seen me do that yet. Um and I have that kind of stuff that I haven't posted. So I'm gonna do it right now in real time. and I'm not trying to kidnap you, Crystal. It's been a long
Oh,
time since we've done some stuff together. I just thought about that, huh?
I
I used
know.
to
I miss
torture
doing
you
it.
all the. I used to torture you all the time. Hey, Crystal, why don't you come on right now? We're gonna just talk about whatever. Okay. Yeah,
Best
I go like,
torture
poor
I've ever
Crystal.
received.
Poor Crystal. She's like, what are we talking about today? I'm not really sure, but let's just go and talk to everybody.
I'm like, cool. I don't
Cool.
care what we
Yeah,
talk
you
about.
would you go like, oh, cool. I was like, okay. Um, guys, I have videos, and I literally have been doing maintenance. Everybody, I know the messages you sent me that today, because they every Friday I try to have something for everybody. What is this over here?
What kind of videos? Yeah.
I've got so many, and I'm going through and clearing out hard drives and other things and stuff need to keep, don't keep, stuff I move around. And I got two videos about you. That's a trip.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Yeah, you would say that. If you saw him, you'd say the same thing. Oh my goodness.
I'm like,
Yeah.
videos.
I've got video.
Are
I've got
they home
video.
video?
Yeah, it's freaking people out. Oh my goodness. I have all kind of stuff in here that's just crazy. Um,
Uh-oh.
I told you I spent like a week and a half going through videos for you, editing stuff just so I could send it to you,
Yeah.
so I can get them
I
off
didn't
my
know what that
hard drive.
was.
Yeah, I think Susie probably just passed you about how
Past
many
me.
videos. Yeah,
Oh.
you had the most videos with me,
Oh, gotcha. The
and
most.
then
Numbers wise.
oh yeah, yeah, you couldn't be touched. And I don't know, Susie just like, hey, yeah, hey Susie, you still there? I don't even know if you're here. I'm not even looking at the chat. Somebody's in the chat. Eric is in the chat. Eric is talking to you. He says chaos and triage was a way of life. Even to this day, sometimes when I reach serenity, I am convinced something must be wrong and my serenity is gone. In high conflict, I can move. That's a problem. Hey,
Man.
you're not the only one. There's a lot of people that have lived their life, and the only way they can function is if there's chaos.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's crazy, man.
I've been told by someone before, Crystal, you're chaos wrapped up in perfection.
What?
That was some kind of quote that I received from a man
Oh.
at some point in my life. I'm like, you know what? I'll take
Yeah.
that as a compliment.
You're like, I could take that as an insult, but I'm gonna make it a compliment.
But I get it, yeah.
Say that again. You're what again? What?
Crystal,
Chaos?
you're chaos wrapped up in perfection. That was hilarious. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
I want to know who's doing the rapping. So,
Right?
who's wrapping you up?
I
Locking you up.
know. It made me picture like, what am I in a cannoli or what am I getting wrapped with?
I don't know. You're in a cannoli. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, everybody. Just in case what I'm going to play has no meaning on your life at all. Like normally it would, but it's not going to have any meaning. I am literally, because I have to be honest, I did not make a video to end the show. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Yes, it did. I didn't make one. It's just hanging around. It's been following me, stalking me.
Man, video stalking.
Yeah. Hey, you know what that's like. Hey, you've been stalked before, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure.
I wish
I would have been
I try
aware
not
of
to.
it
She goes like,
sooner.
I try not to think about it, but now that you brought it up, Paxton,
I mean, I'm aware of it, but I just don't care anymore.
you just don't care. You scare me now. You better watch them people, man. You better watch them people. Don't let them people get you. Don't let them people get you.
They're
Hey,
stalking me right now.
okay, so you can go live your life and do whatever you have to. I'm gonna play all these videos because I was gonna keep going, but I'm done. I have to go see about making some dinner for my daughters because I've
Aw,
been on a cooking thing past 2 nights, and I was gonna do a third one unless I can convince them to go buy something I don't have to cook. But I don't mind doing it. I love cooking.
cooking with Pat.
So I'm just gonna play a bunch of stuff because that'll probably be the last time you guys will ever see it.
What?
So let's play it. The videos I'm gonna end up getting rid of them, get them off my hard drive because I don't need them anymore. So I'm gonna play some things, and that'll be the end of the show. You can stick around if you want, but if you don't, I love you even more because you recognize you've been on the social media too long. And I respect you more for that than hanging out here being bored, but I'll take that as well. Eric says, my body is breaking down. Taxes are coming due. Body keeps a score. I told you the man's a poet. The man is a poet. I wish I could get him to be a public speaker. I don't want all the money. I'll just take 2% of whatever you make, and I'll be your manager.
Yeah, I want to read more of his writings. I can tell he's a reader and a writer.
Out, dude. The stuff that comes in your head, you speak in a very rhythmic way from the heart. Beautiful. I love it. Beautiful as a man. That's a good talent.
It's attractive.
Be able to do that. Very, very, very. I was going to say something else, but I almost said attractive, and that sounds weird. But that's very attractive as a man.
It is.
It is. It's very good when you can express yourself the way he does. Very knowledgeable man who's probably underappreciated in the area that you're in, but don't worry about it. Our life is not about the areas we're in. It's about the areas that we affect. So the more areas we affect, I told you, I thought my daddy was wrong, but now I'm saying stuff just like he did, because he's right. The more areas we affect, the better our life has value. What has he got here? He got something for you, Crystal. He says, what is it here? Oh, Crystal Paxton, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, man. It is nice to all join up once again. Crystal, I think you are doing incredible work, he says. Good for you, and thanks for sharing. There you go, Crystal.
Thank you.
That's from Eric. Nice work.
Thank you for sharing, too.
Man is a diplomat. He's a diplomat-y. He a diplomat-y.
And polite. And very...
Hey, you know what?
All of the above.
Okay. Crystal, I've given you a green light. You don't have to stick around if you don't want to. I am going to play a bunch of videos and no telling what's going to happen. I'm just going to play them because I have to delete them out of my system. And I would normally do this behind the scenes. And because I have nothing major that I have to do right now, I'm just going to play them all.
Okay. I can't see them, but I can hear.
Okay.
So I know.
That's too bad. Even the videos. No, I'm just kidding.
Even more interesting. Yeah.
I'm upset because you've been frozen this whole 2 hours and 32 minutes.
That's just the picture. I'm not frozen.
I know you're not frozen. You're a hot tamale. But a tamale is no good if you don't have salsa.
Oh, okay, wow. So, or just hot sauce.
Man, I tell you, I miss my mother making salsa, man. She was the bomb. All right. I tried many times, but I couldn't give it to nobody. I had to throw it away. Because I couldn't eat it.
Pico de gallo. A little bit.
I couldn't
more
eat
basic.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never. By the way, if you're a bachelor or if you live alone and you have a cat, do not give your cat salsa. It's not a good thing.
Have you done
First of all, they won't eat it unless they're crazy.
You've done that?
I put it on my finger, and this cat eventually he not the one we had recently, but Sherlock, but when I was in Arizona, I gave it to the cat. The cat was a wild cat, and then it ended up becoming my cat. And he liked salsa, but he would always shake his head, like really bad, and then he would come back for more. He was crazy.
This sounds very interesting.
This is very interesting. So here we go. I'm just gonna start playing stuff, and remember, it is probably the last time you'll see it. And I'm gonna put music to it. You guys do not have to stick around. I am literally gonna do some what's called internal maintenance with music and stuff. And I love you, Crystal, but you don't have to stick around too, because I'm gonna tour. I'm just literally gonna do this because I'm not gonna do it tomorrow, and I don't do it on Sunday. And either in the chat or whatever, tell me if you gotta go. But the chat's still going. What are you writing over here, you guys? Eric says, what he says? I got tore up. What else am I gonna say? If I complain, no one will care. Listen. Gratitude is the prince of the human emotions. Wow. Rapid fire. Here we go. Rapid fire. Yes. Rapid fire. Here we go. You guys have no idea how many videos I got in my system over here. I need to get them out, and I'm going to do it with all of you, either watching or not. I'm just going to do it right now. And YouTube's going to go like, hey, we already saw that video. I got to get over here. I'm literally doing this. Normally, this would be done in members only section, but I'm going to do it in front of you. And you may not really understand what's going on, but if you got nothing better to do and this is your free cable, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Because when I do this for my members, I am extremely goofy. Some of the things that I did, I don't even think I took them down because it's like really goofy. I told Susie that I'm going to dance for my members.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen me dance because I do it all the time when I'm in here, especially editing. It's really good.
We should do that. I'll post like dancing.
And you know what? We should all do that. We should all do it and go live. You dance over there. Wait till she gets situated in New York, and it'd be like Florida, New York, and California. And then what I told Susie, I don't know, she's probably not here. She's probably gone to her shindig thing. That we should all order pizza. We should all have food.
Now. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Why did I say it? Because now I'm on one
so
too.
Hungry.
Anyhow, I'm going crazy. I'm finding something here, everybody. This is what I do. This is what I do when you ain't watching me. That doesn't rhyme, but we. Okay.
Bad boys down.
Bad boys backwards. Put the boo for you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, literally, this is, if anybody's wondering, this is exactly the way I am when I don't have an audience. Well, my daughters are not an audience, and they just totally they're used to me now. They go like, he's in there just being him. Must be going through music. Here we go. This one's got 34 tracks, so that'll play for a long time if I need it. Oh yeah, well, I love music. Music makes me smile. Okay, that was one of my many voices. All right. No, don't hire me for voiceovers. I don't do voiceovers, only if it's for me now. I don't do them for other people. So don't call me. And by the way, I'm very expensive unless I like you.
That's right. You must really like me.
That's right. You get better like it's right. If I like you, stay my friend. It'll be okay. You act stupid. I am your love Cupid.
He'll ghost you.
Oh no, I don't do that. I just don't waste my time. So I don't call it ghosting.
That's what people call it, right? You really just.
Well, you know what? That's people come up with all type of terms so they can sell you something. I learned that from Professor Sam Vaknin. That was one of the first things he taught me before he came on our show. Me and my daughters. He's like, oh no, those people. I mean, that guy could list people that he calls charlatans. He cracks me up. He just, they're not real. They're fake. They're real. Not real. They're fake. And then, they're real. You should have them on your show. I was kind of like, dude, you want to just you want to just run my show for me? Because you just, yeah, that person, yeah. Them? No, they don't know anything. He cracks me up. He's funny. That guy is. He's a really funny guy. He's so funny. He makes Peter Pan look like a king. All right. I don't know where that came from.
You have this thing with Peter Pan.
No, I just saw it the other day.
Oh, it's on your mind.
Yes. Don't you? I hate
I'm like,
that.
you want to go to Neverland. I feel like you want to.
Now I'm going to start singing Michael Jackson because you said Neverland. Okay, so I'm trapped. I am trapped into the den of despair. No. All right. Okay, now you're going to see a bunch of things coming across your screen that you will probably never see again. I know I said that 40 times, but I got to go through this stuff because I got too much in here. And my whole system is saying, will you please get rid of this stuff, old man? Here we go. See, I told you I got stuff. It has no sound to it. But if I hit a button like that and I go like this, it has sound all of a sudden. That's a video. So I got to kind of fast forward to see what's in here. Again, everybody that is not a member of the channel gets to see what happens if you become a member of the channel. I did not plan this today with you in mind. I'm just doing it because I don't feel like shutting everything down, going to eat, and then coming back.
Love it. Keep it real.
I'm just, hey, I only know one way to keep it. Check it. And when I don't keep it, I'm not being true to me. And when I'm not true to me, it's because I'm trying to impress somebody that don't care about me.
Right.
And them days is over. I tell you people right now. Now you're really gonna get everything. I'm going to do my whole voices and everything goofing off while I do these things, because this is how I keep myself entertained.
You know, I do the same thing. I love it.
Because I made these videos and I know where it's going. I'm just trying to remember which one, because some of them are multiples. For example, what is this one right here? See, these are both the same video. And I've got too much content that we pay for that I can make new stuff, because most of our stuff is in 4K, which is, YouTube has made that quite clear to us. They enjoy that when we make stuff in 4K. I don't work for them, but I try to keep them happy. You know what I mean? So I just showed you one video and now you're watching a different one, and I'm actually in the process, which is what I do. I'm deleting the one that you saw and you don't even know you saw another one. And I'm just moving right.
I want to be a spark to change how domestic violence is looked at, sexual assault is looked at. I want to let people know there is help there.
And it has no sound. Why, look, now it has sound. In a world full of darkness, you begin to see the light as a taco that unfolds before you.
Ooh.
Your dreams, the very lettuce of life, begins to unfurl the tasty tomatoes of sensations. Each and every day you need to have a taco. Why? Because burgers cost too much. This is what I do. If you ever become a member of the channel, you can get some of this. All this behind the scenes stuff. Because, hey, you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss this. I must pay $5.99. I want some of that.
Right.
I want that NATV feeling. I need that NATV feeling.
Right.
You will never go back to Dr. Romney again. I'm just so stupid. You know what? Now I'm going to get hate mail. Somebody's going to go
You're a hypnotherapist.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that.
I love it.
I got one of these too. Stuff I'm getting rid of, people. Just listen to the music. If you don't want to listen to it, listen to Crystal laugh.
Oh, man.
Rhythm Entertainment Media Group. Behind many live events that you know nothing about, we quietly do things that make your elbows swing. Ooh. Hey, you guys seen these people?
And I don't think that people take the time that is necessary in their lives to sit back and think about, how did I get here? What are the parts that I played? What are the parts that other people have played? And how do I get out of it? A lot of times we just sit and complain, but we don't take the time to do the work, basically, because it's easier to just blame other people. But sitting in your own, turmoil requires you to take accountability for what you may or may not have done, or what part you may or may not have played. And then you can, until you face what you have going on in your life, you can't fix it. And I have a saying, you can't fix what you won't face. And if you don't look at that ugly truth, you're never going to get to the bottom of it. And you're going to continue to be a victim.
This is NATV Network. NATV Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us here. We appreciate you being a part of our NATV community. Ooh.
Awesome.
Okay, so Crystal, before you became Crystal, what were you? Were you wood, paper, plastic?
I am who I am, with or without my name.
No, that was good.
You like that?
That was cool. I like that. That was good. I like that a lot.
I can be real simple to the point when I know.
Well,
something,
actually,
when
I
know it.
think you're simple and to the point all the time. It's just that all the simple thoughts want to come out at the same time.
Right.
That's all. That's the way I look at it. I'm just saying. It's just me.
Yeah. So much information intertwined.
There it is. That's what I'm saying, sister.
It's a lot.
You are simple, very simple and to the point. It's just that you have so many viewpoints that are worth sharing. It's just a matter of time before you share them with the world.
Oh, man. That's awesome. I love it. That's like
No,
A.
I think it's.
What was that again? What?
Those ASMR noises.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me about that. I was like, hey, you should really get in on this. And I was like, I really would, but I'm comfortable right now. So what's this right
No,
here?
I think it's good. That's a good question. And this is what it looks like. It looks like we're continuously growing together.
Welcome to NATV YouTube podcast right here on NATV network. If you want to see it all uncut and unedited, become a member to the channel. All right. Enough of me, more of my guests. NATV YouTube podcast. NATV network. It's Crystal. I put Crystal up now. You can't see it. You can't see yet? Man, that's just messed up.
I can't see it, but I can.
I have you up on the screen and everybody sees you. Everybody give her. Woo-hoo.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I know, you hear that one guy.
It's just amazing. I don't want to like overly like sugarcoat it because people will call me out like that's not what it's like all the time. But for me, it's like a beautiful journey of growth. Like it's just an amazing thing. Like when you said that, I saw like green pasture, I saw forest, but I saw vegetation. Because we got married at 23. I'm 31 now. That's almost a decade being with somebody. And there's no other way to encapsulate it other than, man, that they say, how long does it take a tree to grow? It takes decades for a tree to grow as beautiful as it is. And that's how it's been with my wife. I'm going into this really big, massive power that when these storms come are not going to be easily knocked over.
Wow.
That boy was getting deep, wasn't he?
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think I posted the whole video yet. I got so many videos. Crystal, I haven't posted. It's not even funny. But the whole video is very enlightening, his mindset.
I want to hear it now. Yeah, that got me.
Love Unlimited or something like that. He's grown pretty nice size. Done pretty good for himself.
Cool.
Interesting to be a young man and have that perspective on relationships. Very, very mature.
So refreshing.
Yep. What else I got in here? Oh, I got all kind of stuff. I got all kind of stuff.
I know.
Let me open up the trunk and I'll show you everything I got in the back.
Very curious. I know.
Oh man, seriously. See, you know what? No one has seen this much of what I normally do behind the scenes except you, Crystal, and everybody right now. Not even the members, because normally I would cut it off like after a few minutes, because I got to sit and do this sometimes for hours, because
Yeah,
I will take a long time before I clean stuff out,
me too.
because I'll repurpose
Too
it.
long. Yeah. Repurpose.
And I have people every now and then go like, "Hey, can you play that video you played like a month ago?" And I'll go like, "I don't even know who you are." So
Like,
it's like,
what?
that video is probably gone right now. I probably deleted that from our system.
Why would they ask
Uh,
that? Like it's a DJ
Oh,
and you're taking requests.
somebody told them. I had one time, somebody told them about it, and they went like, "Hey, I just subscribed. I came to see that video." And they're like, "Okay, that video doesn't
Specifically
exist."
the video.
It's, you know, kind of like that meal you had 2 years ago. It's gone.
Oh my goodness.
We
That's
can't hold on
funny.
to stuff. Is this not Walmart? You can't just come in here and ask for stuff.
I know. Can you believe this? Like, make your own
What do you think
video
is
and you can replay
Yeah.
it as much as you
See,
want. You
That's
gotta
my
make your own.
answer. My answer is exactly like yours. Just make your
Yeah.
own channel, and you don't have to worry about what I'm doing over here. You know. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
And leave Crystal alone too. Stop bothering my Crystal. Leave her alone, or I'll come for you.
I'll
Just
come
kidding.
for you.
I won't come. I won't come for you. But I know some friends in the FBI that will come.
I was just playing around the other day, Harrison and I was like, "Look, I'm the FBI, open up." We do stuff like that too.
Aren't you guys in? You guys in Florida? I don't know if you want to play around with that FBI stuff. They may actually show up.
We walked around the neighborhood in the night the other night, and everyone's lights were turned off, and they started turning them on.
Yeah.
We weren't being loud, but I mean, I was like, "Harrison, what would you?" He's like, "We're on a top secret mission," and I started to play along, and I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." These
Oh
people,
my goodness.
yeah, lights were coming on. There was,
Wasn't that top secret? You told the whole world. What kind of spy are you?
and then I went into one of my accents, like kind of how you
Yeah.
do.
Come on,
'Cause I
show
needed
the
to.
people your accent. Come on.
I was like, "Harrison, good sir, we are on a top secret mission, and it is our duty to discover the truth."
I feel
Yeah.
that I'm in the UK right now.
I don't know. It was like a safari British guy, like mixed with Sherlock
Is that what
Holmes.
it is? You're
Yeah, it was a blend.
you're Watson's cousin. You're
Yeah.
Watson's cousin on a safari. Well, let's see.
You deserve someone who can't wait to talk to you and spend time with you, get to know you, fall in love with you. Please stop settling for half-hearted, lukewarm, hesitant, and indecisive. It is so much better to be alone than to be with someone who makes you feel alone.
So
Sounds
true.
like you like that one.
So true. So incredibly true.
like a little toddler.
But it is important because it's that typical thing of if you can't give from an empty cup, you need to fill your own cup in order to be able to give to others. You need to actually invest time into yourself in order to be able to give and to be present. So having those boundaries and that time for yourself can mean for some people taking half an hour a day to exercise, because for them that's a stress relief, that's important. Maybe listening to music, whatever it is. But it is important because it's that typical thing of if you can't give from
Can't give from an empty cup.
I mean,
Okay,
you can give
let's
them the empty
see.
cup.
Hey, you know what? Hey, there are some things you can do with an empty cup,
Yeah.
but that's not one of them. I'm telling you, people, if it's your first time dealing with mental health, that's not something you want to do with an empty cup.
You can
That's
make
not
some
cupalicious at all.
cupalicious.
I don't know. I just made that up. This is NATV Network.
Thank you for watching and subscribing to NATV Network. New Attitude TV.
There's Crystal again. I'm putting your picture up.
I don't know which one.
That's the one I was supposed to get rid of. I didn't get rid of. Now it's gone. Bam, just like that. That's right, man. I'm cleaning house in real time, baby. Like, Paxton is just so ruthless. He's so ruthless, Martha. I don't know what's wrong with the man. He acts as if it's his channel. What is wrong with him? It belongs to the people. The people's channel. Get your own TV channel, Gunther. This is mine. May the world know rapid fire.
I really just
told
want
you,
a
man.
track of you doing it. Like,
man.
I feel like people would pay for that track.
Pay for that. Okay, back in the day, but today I keep them tracks to myself. You know what I mean? Keep them. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You keep them tracks to yourself when you get that certain age. You keep them to yourself.
Oh, that
You
one's
don't
good.
share them with anybody, because them tracks will come back like on Psych, this TV show. You start talking like this.
Sound like the
You talk
Nutty
like
Professor.
Gus. You be talking like the Gusser.
That's pretty good.
Man, man, Psych is like big in my house, man. We still watch that.
I love it.
If you play it backwards, you can see what's going to happen. I'm
They
just
always say
kidding.
that.
It makes no sense what I just said.
You've said that
But it
stuff
makes
for
me laugh.
years.
It makes me laugh. I can't even tell you how many shows I've done with people, and they come on and they try to be so serious, or they're going to be like, I'm such a professional. And then when they leave, the chat or my private chat will tell me, hey, Paxton, they're a really nice person, but I don't think they really work for your channel. It's like, they're like critics all of a sudden. They go like, they were boring. They were stuck up. They were, I go like, man.
They're giving you honest feedback. Yeah.
My audience don't be playing around, man. They'll be playing. They're like, you're fired. Like,
And it's understandable, like, why people are that way. We've been conditioned to be that way, but it doesn't mean it's for everyone or for every channel. Yeah, there's a place and a time for everything, isn't there?
I think so. That's why they call it time. Space continuum.
Time.
Even Marty knew that. There's a time
Quantum.
and a place for every. That's right. There's a quantum somewhere, even if it's not a full quarter quantum.
Oh
It's
my
just a
gosh.
penny quantum. I just made that up. Do not love half lovers. Is that a song, Eric? He just put that in the chat.
Half lovers.
Do not love half lovers. I don't know. Maybe you know the song. It's by Khalil
Oh, that
Gibram,
sounds familiar.
or is that a book? You got to teach me, man. Yeah, you can't give me half information to a guy that has a small brain. It's a poem. Everybody see that there? I'm going to put it back up again. Both of them up. Here's the first part. Do not love half lovers. It's a poem by Khalil Gibram. Yabam.
You mean like people who
I'm
were
just
there half the
dissecting the
time?
song. Yeah.
Half
Hey, you know
lover.
what? If you get half of a person to love you, that is more than they probably can give,
Huh. Yeah.
which means it's 3/4 less than you really deserve. So
Right? Still a
that
math
means,
formula,
so,
but
hey, I'm gonna do that math equation for everybody again. Don't
Yeah.
mind me. I was a staff accountant many, many moons ago. Let me just tell you how this works. If they're loving you, means that they're giving you more than they actually can give you, which is still 75% less than what you need.
and it means that they're forcing or
them.
pretending part of it.
They
If-
can only give 25%,
Yeah.
but they're giving you 50. And as soon as they
So-
pull that 25 back, you see
Yep.
exactly who they are.
So,
So people go like, well, she never loved me anyhow. Yes, they did. 25%. They just, you put too much pressure on them to give you 50, 100, 75. That's unfair.
Sounds
You
like
need
an
to go
auction.
find them a 25 percenter and go like, if you give your 50 to this 25 percenter, you're going to be a king.
You should put that on
And they
dating
go like,
profiles.
huh? What'd you say?
Put that on
Yeah,
dating profiles. Be
that's
like,
funny.
I'm a 50%er.
I'm a 25% lover. I only love you 25% of the time. The other 75% is for other people and myself.
Some people really do put it out there like that, and I respect that. I've seen that. One guy was
So,
like,
yeah,
I'm
is
not
that what you got?
interested in a relationship. I'll be straight up. I'm whatever he said, and whether it's a real profile or not. When I was looking through them years ago, I was like, you know what? I respect that. Other women would hate on that. I respect that because he put it right there. Is very like to the point, honest. It's like you can't fault him. Yeah, there's no confusion about what he wants, right?
So
I
there's
respect
some
that.
woman out there going like, yes, I can fault him because his mama raised him wrong. Just gonna go-
And it's
just
fine.
gonna
It's your
go-
freedom of choice, you know?
I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
Everybody is somebody until they're a dead body.
Whoa.
I know that was deep.
Turning dark.
I just lost a bunch of people. They all moved away. All right, so here we got. Oh my goodness, some of the stuff that's in here. I'm not going to show you stuff that is you. Oh wait, you can't see it, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, you can't even see it. I got some stuff from way back when you came on. That's how much I haven't cleaned stuff out of here. Oh my goodness. Look at Krista.
I look like a different person.
You are a different person.
And I am. I know it.
When you were boohooing about, I'm going to turn 37. I'm like, be quiet.
No, no. I was
That's
happy about
nothing.
all that.
You were like, oh, I'm getting so old.
No.
And I'm wheeling around in a wheelchair. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
All right. So, yeah, because you're only, You're only 26, right? I think that's what you told me.
39. So they say.
You're just a baby.
Yeah, I like that.
You're just a baby. You got baby skin. You got baby ways. You got baby thoughts. So don't grow up, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see what else I'm getting rid of here. I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I don't need it anymore. Dun, 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 dun. I just been cleaning out the house the way you gotta excavate your unhealed trauma. Just do it. Don't think too much. Process. Just do it. Clean out that stuff. And people go like, hey, don't be bringing that up. Let it go. Move on. You said, that's what I'm trying to do. Get out my way. That's what you're supposed to say to him.
Get out my way.
Get out my way. I'm like a bulldozer without the bull, baby. I'm dozing you. Watch me doze you. And then move your head like you're swiveling on a swivel. And they're going to go like, that girl crazy. They're like, I doze you. I know bull. Ain't nothing but a dozer, baby. I just be making this up. This is what I do. This is exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing this stuff. It's so much fun cleaning up.
That's because
Sorry about
you're
that.
in that creative flow, so you can actually not overthink it and do it.
I gotta clean it out so I can create some new stuff. If I leave it in here, I try to tell you guys, this is what Crystal was trying to teach you people today. Get rid of the trash. You ain't got no leftover pork chop stuff in your trash can from a couple of weeks ago. Okay, you don't eat pork chops. Maybe it's vegan, whatever. You take it out. And when people don't take it out, you get upset. You get upset at yourself when you don't take the trash out. Well, what do you think the little inner child is doing when you don't take your trash out? Take your trash out, people. Don't make me turn this into a barbershop. What is wrong with you? You know, my daughter's gonna hear this and go like, well, you are not allowed to be near a microphone ever again. There is something wrong with you, Father.
No.
Take your trash out, people. Stop acting like he hurt me. He did. but it's the last time he'll hurt you because you'll recognize your soft spots. You know how you people be protecting your soft spots? We humans protect our soft spots. We don't be playing around. We all have soft spots on our body, and we do stuff. We will wear stuff to protect our soft spots. Ask a baseball catcher how much padding he has to protect his soft spots.
Right.
Sometimes you got to worry about the padding more than you worry about the baseball. Don't worry about being hit by the baseball. You better worry about protecting your soft spots. He just happened to get in on your soft spot, and you done thought it was okay. It ain't you, it's him. Now that you agree with that, move forward.
That's right.
Talk to Eric in the chat. Eric can tell you. Tell him, Eric. I don't know what I'm saying. Eric, wait, he got your name in here for something. I got to see what he said. He says, yeah, I had long hair back in the day. Eric says, Crystal cut her hair down to her scalp. Now she is letting her hair grow out, and my hair is now down to my scalp.
He's keeping a record.
He's not. I know you're not jealous, man, but I just think it's funny the way you said that. He's like, hers is going the way I wish mine could go. I told Crystal her hair looks nice.
Yeah, we're close. We're just a little off. Similar timeline here.
He says, I had a line drive almost rip off my ear. I've done that catcher thing for a while in some amateur baseball stuff. Let me, not league or anything, just with friends and stuff. Some people can throw that sucker pretty fast and hard. And a narcissist can do the same. Toxic people can do the same. Your unhealed trauma can feel like a fastball sometimes when you least expect it. Stay in your ground. Stay in your squat position. Hold your feet firm. 10 toes down. And when it hits you, get yourself back up. And say, that's the best you can do?
Exactly.
Now, if you don't get up, then stay down there. Stay down there and wait till the paramedics come get you. Wait till Dr. Romney and the paramedics come get you. And they come pick you up and put you on a stretcher and go resuscitate you.
Man, if I can't get up,
I'm
I'll
just
just lay
making this
there.
stuff up as I go. Would you say you just lay there?
I'll lay there until I can get myself up. I won't even ask for not. Never told anybody when I was on the floor. I just waited until I could get up myself.
Did you? Interesting.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's a
weird
show.
like
That's a
that.
show in itself. We need to discuss. We need to
I'm
discuss
weird
that.
I don't want anybody's help.
Okay, you can't see
Around
this.
here.
You
Around
can't see
here.
this. Well, you don't want no. You don't want any help or what? Was that
I
what you
don't
said?
want any help from these kind around here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want your kind of help. I want
Yeah.
some southern help. I don't want you northerners coming down here trying to tell me how I got to live my life.
Like,
Does anybody know where the gas station is? Oh my Lord. Just remember now, everybody, I do this stuff by myself and make myself laugh. So
Yeah.
you should be laughing that you even watch my shows. If you lost your mind, you listening to me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, Eric is over
You're
here
getting
making
it real.
That's right. That's the only thing left. I nearly got Van Gogh'd by a baseball. I've been Van Gogh'd. That's
What
pretty
does
good.
that mean? Van Gogh?
He chopped his ear
Starry
off.
Night?
Van Gogh chopped his
Oh.
ear. He almost had his ear taken
I
off
feel
by a
like
baseball.
everybody said that. Mike Tyson bit someone's ear off. That, like, the disciple with Jesus, whatever, like, bit somebody's ear off. Whatever.
So
Everybody's saying it.
do you have a complete ear, or have you been Van Gogh'd?
I have Van Gogh'd myself, but
Why
my
would you
ears
do
heal.
that?
Oh,
Would you do that?
I have. It's a long story, or it sounds weird, but I have. I won't get into it right now.
Okay, it's a long story that sounds weird. Why am I not surprised? Coming from you.
I have to think about it, but I have Van Gogh'd myself, I think, on both
Really?
sides, but especially the left side
Interesting.
in particular.
You obviously don't like the left side of your body. Is that
Well,
what?
something happened there in my left ear that a lot of things I haven't told anybody about.
Mhm.
Yes, some things.
Was this at the same time that you saw people outside the window that were calling you to come outside?
It was close to that time.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay,
Yeah.
if any of the following things happen to you, it could be because of unhealed trauma. This is the part of the show that you didn't want me to talk about. And so if you're already smiling, I can hear it. If you have dry mouth or dry throat, If you have increased blood pressure, you're waiting. It's like you're waiting for me to get to parts that you told me you don't want to talk about. If you have fatigue or weakness, you already smile. I can feel your smile through the microphone. If you have skin reactions, you're dealing with unhealed trauma. There may be a number of things coming your way. And for all of you out there that are going like, well, I'm a doctor and I'm telling you, young man, the stuff you're saying is a bunch of hooey. Okay,
You're like, well, you haven't lived it, my guy.
That was my best impersonation of Watson, Sherlock Holmes. If you have a change in your sleeping pattern, I know you're saying some of these things I'm mentioning to you could be some type of medical condition or other. I'm saying check your mental and emotional file system in your brain and in your heart, and make sure you're not carrying around deleted files that you need to get rid of so that you can function properly. If you're having hot flashes and chills, okay, so when you say you do have hot flashes and chills, and that's only when your husband or your wife walks in, that's a different story. What we're talking about here is, and here we go, some of the notes here from Crystal, what it feels like when you have hot flashes and chills. What does that mean? Sudden warmth or heat spreading across the body, hot flashes, or sudden coldness or chills, sometimes accompanied by sweating. So you're still having some of those, and they are caused by other conditions. Ignore that one, and we'll go to the next one. Changes in vision or eye sensitivity, overactive bladder, and other issues when it comes to your bladder. Clenching or grinding the teeth. Has that been a part of your life? Oh, the chat's going again. I got to get over to the chat.
Yeah.
He's talking about Van Goghing himself. Again, man, you better stop Van Goghing yourself. You need to be able to listen to this show. Clenching or grinding your teeth. Is that a thing that you don't even notice you're doing? Ask someone that's a close friend of yours to keep an eye on your jawline near your ear and areas, and you'll see that it can become something you naturally do, clenching your jaw and a number of other things. Mindful breathing is very important. Slow, deep breathing can activate your nervous system, which involves rest and digest. It can help you to counteract the physical effects of stress. Have you had to work on your breathing, or was it just natural for you to have a nice flow? Or were you just uptight and breathing shallow?
I've always had a shallow breath, but I didn't know it. And yeah, I felt like I was being internally strangled.
Wow.
Before I really started going after this harder. And I had what I call the awakening, because I literally was hanging on, like, how am I still here and breathing? Because like my body was clenching, and it felt like something was squeezed. I was like, I need to ask for help. And I started just breathing and praying. And I turned on a sound frequency that was really, and I felt good. My body could, and then I did one more deep breath. And I remember saying something in particular. I was like, give me new breath of life. I just need a new breath, a new change. And all of a sudden it was like, boom, the power blew through. And I started breathing the deepest I've ever breathed, and feeling the most coolest sensations and like healing running through my body. And I feel like I almost got like a sneak peek, or like, this is done. Here's your answer. But it was very intense. And yeah, it was like being in a state of bliss. Like I was like so happy and healed. I could only stay like that for like 15 minutes. It was very overwhelming. It was quite an experience. Right on the couch, just on the sofa.
So do you have a lot of moments where things happen and you're by yourself?
Yeah.
Abnormal things happen when you're by yourself?
Yeah. Things that I don't tell other people now, because I'll share some and they'll, okay, I need to stop. I need to stop sharing and caring about others that aren't caring about me and gaslighting me. Trying to say, yeah, it's so I'm a little careful now. I don't just share all these things. There's a lot of things that happen to me. I haven't written them all down, but I wrote some of them down. It's just very intense extremes, like all over the place.
So you share a part in here about self-care, and I want to get your input on it. I know it's your content and everything. I just want to ask a question. I want your perspective on something. So you put in here maintain self-care, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Let me move my microphone over here. Healthy lifestyle through good nutrition, sleep hygiene, regular exercise, and relaxation practices can help regulate the body's stress response over time. So it's not something that just happens overnight, right? You're saying over time, building up this healthy lifestyle. My question to you, I've got a question for you that no one else can answer but you. That's why it's a question for you. Okay, anyhow. So my question to you is, what do you do for regular exercise?
Walk.
He's like, I walk.
I would have never said that before. It was always like boxing, MMA, hit workouts, like balls to the wall, like that. And I love that stuff, but I've had to, balance and heal and connect myself and just love myself and be kind and not so jarring to my body. And I love all that, extreme and hard stuff. I love it, but during this process, I've learned to love the calmness and the peace that comes with my walks and listening to music or not listening to nothing and just not hearing those old thoughts I used to pop up. It was like intrusive thoughts going on and on. I don't have it anymore. I'm like there and I'm just observing things around me and looking at the sky and looking at the, and actually taking it in.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping in the body, and I might have different thoughts. I might listen to music and then take it off, go swing, go walk over here by the water, do some random workouts. I'll do like glute bridges and, different kinds of stretches and random yoga stuff. And then I'll just walk away and go somewhere else. Like I do a lot of random stuff. So if somebody was watching me, they'd be like, what is that lady doing? She's not doing a regular workout. She's kind of like flowing around.
So when you work out, is getting on a swing a part of the workout? I'm trying to say it real serious. So I'm just asking.
I know this is so funny.
Is that like a calf or a quad workout? I was trying to be serious when I said. Is that a part of your routine for a workout?
It's part of my routine to unwind and listen to music and be happy and a kid because I'll be like doing different, modes and momentums, and I'll do different, like where I'm swinging this way, I'm doing this arm, I'm listening to this song, and sometimes I go really high and I kind of daredevil, and then other times I'm like dropping myself back, my head back. I don't do flips off the swing anymore though, so that's good because that has gone badly before. So, but just playing, like I do feel like a kid. I'm playing, and I'm letting the music let me feel things, and it's making me just have an experience, looking up at the sky, feeling free, wishing I could go fly up there, just that kind of stuff, all sorts of stuff, just experiencing.
So how do you regulate your stress? What are two things that you do to regulate your stress?
It's different now than it used to be, that's for sure. I know the water has always been a thing, like getting in the water, getting outside. Really, I do have to pull myself away from people, technology, just anything now that I'm feeling that overstimulation or that string of anxiety. I can feel it now. It was so normal to me before. It was all I could ever feel, like 24/7. So it's all I knew, and I didn't know how to stop it, or there was, no differentiation. And now I know exactly what to do. I feel that trigger thing of the anxiety. I'm like, okay, that person is, I get to go over here. I got to, otherwise they're trying to take away and distract me from what I'm experiencing and what I want to do and how I am. It's like they're messing with me, or, whatever it is. Even if it's a good thing sometimes, like it could be your kid. Like, so my son and I are like two peas in a pod. I can't get enough of him. I just love him so much. And every once in a while, I will be overstimulated by him because he's really intense too. And we have fun being extreme together. Don't get me wrong, super extreme. When we're extreme, everyone else leaves because they can't handle the energy in the room. I'll just say that. we clear rooms when we do that together, but I will get to a point where I'm overstimulated because he is really loud. His voice carries like no one else I've ever. So sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm a little jarred because my body's like going through something. I'm like, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go in here. Like, don't mess. Because like I'll have different things my body's still working out and sensations and stuff. And I just listen to it now instead of judging it and making myself do stuff. I let it decide.
If you had to give advice to a young woman that's 25, what advice would you give her that she can expect between the age of 25 that she would be and the age that you are? Would you 39 now?
Sure. I mean, to me, I know the ages. I just don't care.
You talk about your age all the time and nothing bothers you. And I'm very similar. I'm 62, so it doesn't bother me. So I find it. What advice would you give to a 25-year-old woman that you feel would be beneficial for her to keep in mind?
Yeah, the same advice. Just find yourself, find your voice, stand firm in it. Like, fall in love with yourself, spend time with yourself, learn what you really love and what you don't, and you know what your values are and what's like everything, like what makes you you. And just have fun with it and play with it and get creative, try something new, learn something new, be curious and thankful and all of that, just the basics of life, because once you get that foundation in place, great, then you'll know what to add later and later. And don't sell yourself short trying to get attention from a man or thinking you can spend your time in a connection, a relationship, and it's going to make you happy. It doesn't work like that. But it is a way to escape and distract yourself if that's what you're trying to do. But I would say don't do that if you really want to live the best life you can sooner and now. Do the foundational work, the inner work, and you'll never regret it, no matter what age you are.
Never regret it. I like that. That's good. Of course, if you're having headaches, hot flashes, and digestive issues, I just want you, everybody again, anybody that's still here, listen, she's Paxton. We're not going to talk about these things and this thing. And guess what I'm doing? I'm talking about them. Muscle tension, sweating, shallow or rapid breathing. But what does that feel like? Difficulty catching your breath, rapid, shallow breaths, or a sense of tightness in the chest. Isn't that what you talked about earlier?
Yeah, I laugh because I've experienced all this and more, and it's just been so like normal. Like it's just stuff I've had to deal with for so that I didn't know how bad it was.
You had increased heart rate and palpitations as well because of unhealed childhood trauma and working through stuff?
I've had it all, and I don't know. It felt like I was being held and I could get through anything. I've had the most craziest stuff happen. Yeah. I feel like somebody's
Wait. You felt like you were being held down or you held to support it? What do you mean by that?
Both. I have felt both. Like where somebody is holding me down and I pressure and I can't breathe, or I'm being strangled internally, like literally. Yeah. Or burned. I felt burning sensation, burning. Just all sorts of stuff. But on the other side, self-healing, I felt like I was being held and rocked, and I have felt like liquid love just pour through my body to the point of I'm just tears, and all I can feel and think is like love, and nothing else matters. So just from one extreme to the next.
Just for the record, everybody, if you're here or you're passing through later or you listen to this later or any time in the future, stay tuned for the next pop single, not by Taylor Swift, but by Crystal Nicole Black, called Liquid Love. Coming to a store near you.
I love it.
Let it pour all over you.
Gosh.
Liquid Love from
So
Crystal
great.
Nicole Black. If you want to be a part of the CNB crew, get your hoodie that says CNB for life. I just made that up. Everybody's going to be calling you up going like, I want that hoodie. I saw it on TV, as seen on TV. I know it because Paxton said so. He's so cool. He loves volleyball. I like that dude.
You really
He's
do,
like,
don't you?
he's like totally a dude. I've always been a dude, a nerd and a dude.
A nerd
And
and a dude.
And I know it. And now you know it. So tell the world so they will know it.
Because you're from California and you're just.
And now you're in the know. That's right. I'm gonna go to Florida and I'm gonna act like I'm from California. Oh wait, I am.
Have you seen the Californians on Saturday Night Live when they do the?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so silly.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna give you a few choices here, and you tell me which one is the most important. The worst in the bunch. That's the best way I can say it. You tell me the thing that is the worst of the bunch that I'm gonna give you right now. Here we go.
Oh my god.
First one. Signs of unhealed trauma. And Here we go.
Oh.
Okay. 1. Being ignored. 2. Breakup of a relationship. 3. Physical illness or injury. 4. Violence in the news. 5. Harassment, unwanted touching. Out of those 5,
Ooh.
being ignored, breakup of a relationship, the news, violence in the news, harassment or unwanted touching, physical illness or an injury.
Man.
Out of those, which one have you personally experienced that has had an impact on your ability to enjoy life?
Yeah, I've experienced them all a few times over, but you're saying which was the worst for me?
In your perception, opinion, from your experience.
I know, that's a hard one. Because I know, I don't want to go into explaining anything.
No, you don't have to do that.
I think being ignored is a kind of pain that's like invisible, it's silent, it's like, oh, like I don't matter, like the other things like physical illness or harm, it's like okay, there's something physically you could see, you could feel it, you can heal it, you can deal with it, but when you're ignored or there's, it's like it's just nothing, it's apathy, like no caring, nothing, blank. It's like what?
Being ignored in a relationship, from your parents or from your boss or from your sibling. From your parents, your boss, relationship, or from your siblings. Which one would get your attention right away that would be painful?
The relationship one.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah.
Interesting.
I've felt the other types too, but it's been coupled with like, everything's okay, like we're doing this and this is normal, but then realizing later, wait, I am being ignored or neglected, but I just didn't know it. I thought
right, yeah.
Yeah, in a romantic relationship, that's the hitting below the belt there. It's like, what? Like, why would you do that?
Did they give an excuse why?
Just say you don't want to talk, or say I gotta go figure my life out, or just say something, you know? I'm really reasonable and like understand. I'm like the most understanding person. But
you're very humble.
Until I said that, I didn't know that.
I'm just messing with you. I know. You're trying to say that you're reasonable.
Yeah, I would never. Yes. I would never be like, oh no, you can't do that to me. Or like, oh, I deserve better. I wouldn't say nothing. I would just be like, yeah, what's going on with you? Because I care. So if you feel like ignoring me, then that means something's going on with you. You're feeling some kind of way, and I want to know what that is because I care. It's not about me trying to make this work out or us trying to be together. It's like, what's going on as a human being? What's going on with you? Like, I care because you're a human being. That's why, not to make you be in a label or a relationship or some kind of dynamic with me. No, that's free choice, and that happens when it's meant to or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust that, and I know that. I'm not here to hold anybody to anything, but I think it's just part of your own self-respect and respect of somebody that you care about, just to at least communicate something, even if it's not the whole deal and you're not able to because you're, not emotionally open or haven't worked through anything. You could just say that I'm closed off. I gotta go deal. You would just say anything rather than nothing or running away, but right?
Not saying anything is not making it better.
Yeah. And it says something when you don't say anything, obviously, but it tells me like, oh, you're afraid, and I feel for that. I'm like, okay, there's a fear there. But I realized that later. At first, it's just like, oh, wow, I must not be good enough. Like, what's wrong? Like, what happened? Like, you try to figure it out. And now, to me now knows, like, no, that's on their part. It's something going on with them. And I'd care to know, but, if I don't, then that's okay. I can give that up openly and freely and with love. And I'm thankful for knowing them. Like, doesn't mean you don't miss someone and you don't stop loving or caring for them, but if you really love somebody, you love them freely and like they're free and you're free.
Yeah,
that's
it. You love them. I know everybody knows this. When you come to my channel, I speak of my parents. So you love them. As my dad would say, if you love somebody, you love them to be successful. So if they tell you something is in the way of them being success, you should address that. And if it means, hey, I just need you to tell me what's going on, then if you want them to be successful in life, they need to know what's going on. So I get what you're saying. Eric has something to say too. In the chat, he says, no substitute for a live body. To be shunned is its own kind of horror.
Yeah.
Eric's got to get a book, man. Need a book deal, bro.
I see him doing
theater.
What?
What you say? Doing what? Doing what?
Doing like a theater poetry or like a theater act.
There you go. That's right. He's modern day beatnik. There you go. Yeah. Be a hippie. Absolutely. He needs call him the Sounds of Portland.
The Sounds of Portland.
You're just a SOP, man. SOP, man. You're the Sounds of Portland, man. You want to know what's going on, man? You gotta go talk to Eric, man. Eric knows everything, man. Eric, what's life, Eric? Eric, how would you describe life, man? Put it in the chat, man.
He'll translate it to Shakespearean.
I am Eric, the Shakespearean.
Life is but a brief vapor in the spans of time and continuum, time, space, and the parallel universe.
We're doing it. We're doing our voices together on the internet. One day I said we're doing it, Mom. We're on the internet doing voices. I can feel the popularity going down the drain.
Popularity. That's hilarious.
Okay, everybody, welcome to us doing what you are not willing to do. Be a total fool on the internet. Knowing that our children love us. Right, Crystal?
That's right.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And we can still walk to the restroom. That matters too.
Did you say walk to the restroom?
Well, or run, whichever. Yeah.
It's like, or
wheelchair. I mean, we're not in a wheelchair yet. All right. I don't know. See, that's what happens when I said too many words. All right. Fatigue or weakness, feeling unusually tired, lethargic, weak, and even what? Oh, even after sufficient rest, you put. What does that mean? Or why does it happen? In other words, is what you put in the overall notes here in this outline. You said fatigue or weakness happens because of chronic emotional stress that can lead to adrenal fatigue or burnout, where the body becomes depleted after a prolonged activation of the stress response. So, one of the best things maybe somebody can do, if the person doesn't want to communicate and they're just not cooperating, they're deliberately trying to sabotage somebody's life that is supposed to be their lifelong partner, then maybe you have to say, you are becoming a prolonged activation of my stress response.
Wow.
You are affecting my nervous system by not working with me as a team. And they're going to go like, wow, you're so intelligent. And then you're going to go, you better talk up, sucker. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? This can also result from a long-lasting emotional trigger that has exhausted the body's reserves. And, that's one of the things, main reason I read that is because I love that last sentence. This can result from a long-lasting emotional trigger that has exhausted the body's reserves. Many of you have told us that's kind of the life you've been leading. And again, let's throw the labels out, everybody. It's a Friday. Make it one day a week where you don't use labels. You're dealing with somebody's a bad person, and they're putting out bad. I'm thinking about the survey I did with you about the African. So they're putting out bad juju, whatever. I can't even say it right because I'm laughing. So if this is some type of prolonged, long-lasting thing that's been going on, that person, let's say it's me, I'm going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
Not just for work, just the commitment to having a balanced conversation and communication for success. And the other person is going to be the one who may willingly know that they're creating this environment that leaves me in a weakened state.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
If somebody cares and loves, then they'll listen and understand and help you help yourself. Right?
You're absolutely correct. It's and then a little bit later on, you have in here about the sleep patterns. I could see where if that first thing is happening or those other things, there's no way in the world a person's going to have a restful sleep cycle. It's like totally out the window.
Is connected.
Starting to add up, Martha, and I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm starting to go a little cuckoo.
Yeah. Right? One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
And then everybody's going to go like, I don't know what her problem is. I don't know what his problem is. I try to help him, but he seems to need medication.
Oh my Lord.
That's because they want that disability check. That's why they want to do it. Because they want to get that check. They want to get that check. Oh, man.
So over, yeah.
Oh, I almost said the name of the person that came on my show and told me that. I'm like, are you kidding me? And they were like, yep. They have not clients, but they have, I usually call them clients. That's what was happening to them.
That's the worst. When somebody's like,
deliberately find a way to get some money from the state, the government, having a crazy person that he got to take care of.
Yeah, they try to do that with me. I was like, nope. I get my own help. I go to my own appointment per month. You
said I go out in the backyard. I make my own medication.
I tell you what.
I grab that plant and that plant. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do
tried
that, people.
Different things, but the best, most powerful one was literally breath, sound frequency for me, and tension, and deep breathing. Man, I wasn't on anything, but shoot, it took me to another dimension.
So I've never done the sound. You said the sound thing or whatever you're talking about. Okay, but I'm telling you, my daughters have, or one of them for sure, and yeah, they enjoyed it. They said it worked for them. So
there's so many different forms
at night or whatever.
Yeah. There's some that'll totally activate different parts of
Really?
your brain that it's some of them stimulate being on certain substances, and some of them
Really?
are helping aid healing and sleep, and some of them are for igniting the inner fire and like to get you all like this inner fire spirit. I can't really explain it. I've tried a lot of different ones, obviously.
It work?
It works all different kinds of ways. And when
you sound like you sound like you're high right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Lots of things have happened on these different sound frequencies, and I was just fascinated when I was experiencing it all that it was hard to stop. Like I would do it for hours, or like
really, wow.
You know, lose track of time. I don't know. It was just so present. It was just fascinating to me, trying different things for healing. It was just, I feel like I've tried a lot of things.
Do you feel that parts of your brain were not functioning properly when you were dealing closely with toxic people? That you were just in a state of, I know everybody talks about the fog and a number of other things, but this state of just not creatively thinking and being productive?
Yeah, I thought it was just normal. Like, this is just how life is. And I had the best attitude I could. I made jokes. I like to laugh, comedy, music. Yeah. I was always like that, those parts of me. But no, everything else was, I had to completely let everything go, let it all fall apart, let myself burn down to the ground, and then to rebuild up like fresh and new, like, and know who I am.
What do you mean by burning to the ground? What do you mean by you had to just get down to the bare bones and the
literally
scratch the surface? What does that mean?
I couldn't breathe. I was having these physical ailments, and the most crazy stuff happened to me, like where I would get locked up. I'd go to the bathroom and then I'd sit on the toilet and I couldn't move for like 3 or 4 hours probably. And I'd be like paralyzed. I mean, and like different parts of me were just not working. Like, it's wild, but I always knew that I would come out of it. I wasn't like afraid. I was just like, really? This is really happening? This is crazy. But I was always calm through it, and, you know, could get through it and go to the next thing and the next thing. So I think I've experienced like the most extreme like ailments and just crazy things happening where, I don't know. A normal person would freak out, but I just didn't. I was just calmly like accepting through it, not fighting it somehow. And then other extremes were just like healing extremes, and just learning how to experience it all and everything in between. And I don't know, just accepting and experiencing instead of searching and wanting things to be a certain way all the time, and trying and just allowing yourself to be a human being, not a human doing or forcing.
I get what you're saying. Hey, so question that pops into my head that I've never tossed at you. So when you're in your 20s, if you had to say percentage-wise, 100 being a complete percentage, of course. So if from 0 to 100%, what percentage, when you were in your 20s, what percentage of what people thought about you was a part of your life? Was it 100% important to you that what people thought of you was a part of your life? Was it 20%, 50%?
95% for the most of the 20s. And then towards the end of the 20s, it drastically started going down.
Interesting.
To 30, going down.
It's going down.
Yeah. The catalyst there was me separating from my husband at the time and realizing what was happening and that I needed space. I needed to get away and separate myself so I could see what that would be like. And because I had jumped into everything so early, been around all of these households growing up, that I wasn't just with myself. I was constantly being intertwined with other. So when and I still had my son with me. It wasn't just me, of course, but I was amazed at how peaceful it felt and how okay I was and how life was like bright again. That tension wasn't there, not someone like, what are you doing? Like wanting me to do something instead of me just being myself. And no wonder I didn't know how to be or who I was anymore, because I hadn't had that since I could remember. So, yeah.
So, did you feel similar emotions or perceptions, mindset? Did you see life the same way when you were living in your parents' house?
Than I do now.
I'm talking about back then, before you even met your ex.
I was so young too. I was only 17 when I met him.
Oh, wow. 17. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Wow.
Married at 22.
Oh, my goodness.
Separated at 28,
Yeah,
divorced
sir.
at 30.
That's young.
Had Harrison at 25.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Don't look a day over 49. No, I'm just kidding. Man, you're young. That's young. I can
well,
say that.
I acted older when I was younger there for a while, like especially early 20s. Oh man, I acted so much older. I've seen pictures of me and the way I dress. I was trying to be all professional and my job, and then yeah, later it's like I let my hair down and let myself wear and do whatever, be more free and open, not so closed off and timid, looking like in my face, just smiling like everyone's like pasted smile, like, you know, trying to look at. But you asked me about my parents' house. What was the question?
So the way you felt when you were married, some of the feelings that crept in, was that similar to the way you were feeling even when you're in your parents' house before you got married?
Yeah, but I didn't know it. And it's
so you're saying you know it now?
Yeah, I do. It was painted so differently.
Yeah.
The patterns are there, and we attract whatever we were set up for with our parents and that system and the whole thing. So if we don't heal that and recognize that, it's like you just keep repeating this pattern, and it's hard to see at first or for a while. You just don't see it that way. And then I realized it more and more, and it's been more disturbing, like, whoa. As the truth unravels, the realer the truth gets. And it's disturbing, but sometimes it's sad. It makes me sad. I'll cry, but then I'm laughing too, because I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, why would I spend my life like that? It's hilarious. Like,
but at the time, it seemed like the thing to do.
My God, it's all I knew.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Conditioned, brainwashed, thinking it's normal. I don't know. Just not giving myself to get out there and get a chance. Like I bought into a lot of things. I was taught from church, faith, family. I think it was a protection mechanism. If I find my husband and settle down, like these other things won't happen to me, you know, that were bad. And I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to choose to love. Love's a choice, you know, protecting myself from feeling something too intense of an attraction. It's like I try to play it the safe way that I was taught to, and there was nothing safe about it. It was the most dangerous way, apparently, and I didn't know it.
You found out later that your life with a person that you met, not within your family, but someone you met, and you were going to have a life with that person, didn't go as well as you thought. You blamed yourself?
Well, yeah, at first, real quick, it's like, what did I do? Like, what happened? You know, quick thoughts. And then suddenly, well, wait a minute. I didn't do anything wrong. And why did
Wait a minute.
And
hold on a second.
There was a connection, and I'm awesome. And so I don't understand. So there's something's not adding up. So I'm missing some information here. So I've done both, and then I conclude I'm missing information, which is not resolved. But I release the resolving of it because
it doesn't compute, Arthur. Arthur, it doesn't compute. Put it in again. Put it in again, Arthur. Put it in 2 more times. Arthur, put it in 7 times and let's see if we get the same answer.
That's my
Arthur,
favorite right now.
Arthur, Arthur, put that. Arthur, I told you it don't compute. The thing don't fit right. It don't fit in the thing right, Arthur. You gotta sometime, Arthur. You gotta get some cooking grease. Put some cooking grease on it and try to put it in, and then everything will fit just fine. And when you fit it in, Arthur, no, cooking grease. Don't use that, Arthur. No, butter's good. No, butter's good. Don't use butter. Use cooking grease. Cooking grease we throw away. Butter we cook. Butter we cook. Butter we cook. Butter. Say it with me. Butter. It's a new religion.
Oh my
It's a new religion. Butter. It's a new religion. Come on, Arthur. Don't use butter that way. Cooking grease. It's a staple. Every ghetto. In the ghetto, it's a staple. I'm just making this stuff up, people. Voiceovers by Paxton. Go ahead, what?
Man.
I got
I'm
tons
realizing
of them.
I've done a few.
I got tons of them. I got a few that nobody's ever heard.
I guess so. I think
I'm a
this is
ghetto
weird.
western. Yes, I am. I'm a ghetto cowboy.
It's a whole new blend.
Been able to ride a horse that has a radio. Got an 8-track too. My horse has an 8-track.
Oh
It's
my
an 8-track
Lord.
horse. Yeah. He's
Oh
got
my-
4. He's got 4 legs and an 8-track.
An 8-track.
He's
How
better
many
known.
cylinders? 4
He's better
cylinders.
known as the original OG in my neighborhood.
Right.
8-track. That's right. See,
Okay.
Eric knows. Eric put it in the comments. The horse's name 8-track.
8-track. Why does that sound familiar?
I forgot where I got it from. I can't remember right now, actually. And it is actually something from some movie. I just can't remember. It's an old black and white movie. It's not like a movie current. It's a real old movie. And the guy's name was 8-track, but it had nothing to do with music. It was just a name they gave him because of, what'd you call it? Horse racing. His name was 8-track. I just can't think of the name of the movie right now.
I don't know. Something I've probably never seen.
But I'm going to call my horse 8-track.
8-track.
That's right.
If you had a horse.
I could play a song. I could play Toto. I could play Toto. That's what I could do. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. I can play that too.
Everybody was calm. If you had a horse, though, what would you name it?
If I had a horse, what would I name it? I would call him Thunderbolt.
Ooh.
I would
I
call
like
him
that.
Thunderbolt with 2 T's.
2 T's,
It would
huh?
be 2 T's at the beginning.
At the beginning, not the end.
Mm-hmm. No, not at the end. And so actually you would have to say Thunderbolt. That's what you would have to say.
You're forcing me to there.
Hey, what's the name of your horse? Thunderbolt. Oh, Thunderbolt. No. His name is Thunderbolt. You gotta say it right, mister.
And that's when they won't say it again, and they're like, okay.
One of my favorite comedians was Foster Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
And Don Rickles, of course.
Oh, wow.
And Jonathan Winters. And of course, I've only seen him once. A lot of people, you know who he is because you may have seen him more than me. It was Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was crazy, man.
The golf joke. The golf joke.
I got a bunch of others, but I can't say their names because they're in witness protection. But I can give you their addresses if you want to go check them out. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I saw that in a movie once. The guy said, no, I can't tell you their names. I got their addresses, though. It's like, that's not exactly how the witness protection thing is supposed to work.
Wow. What witness protection? How does that really work?
I don't know. So we watched this show. It's called Brokenwood or something like that. I can't think it's what it's called. And I'm going to go look it up now. It's an Australian show. And they had one episode, maybe it was 2, where this lady's in witness protection, but the police officer sees her in town. And he's the one put her in witness protection. And they put her in his town where it's like she's not supposed to know anybody. And it's like, it was very, I don't even know why I'm telling you. It was funny, but you just had to be there now. It just ruined
everybody.
it.
And then
See, it was
he
funny.
was like, what are you doing here? And
That's exactly what happened. He's like, and he tried to act like he didn't know her, but it was too late. And then they found her. So it was kind of a thing.
they found her, and then what happened?
Hey, do you still do like recipes and cooking stuff on your channel?
I mean, I have randomly done it, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? This is so silly. Because I'll be like, I just came back from the pool. I'm making nachos. Check it out. Cheese, salsa.
The nacho notcher.
Like, literally, I'd be like, I made this. And then I just don't think about it. I'll do it. And then I don't delete all of them, but somebody else. It's a lot of interesting comments, but I leave them. I don't delete them.
So what's your number one video on your channel?
Oh God, it's one of the ones where I'm bald trying on a bathing suit for sure. It was like 100K or I don't know.
Okay, so technically, people want to see you bald, or do they want to see you in a bathing suit? And,
I know.
And I told you need to get these contract deals. You gotta get these contract deals.
It's like, man, do I have to be that extreme again to get that many views? What?
Walking around looking like Sinead O'Connor. Just kidding.
Right? That was even worse.
Oh man, it's like, welcome to the new style across America.
I look like an egghead, but I was like, you know what?
Hey,
I'm gonna try on these bathing suits.
at least you're not an Eggman. I am the walrus. Cuckoo. So, I don't know if you know what I mean, but I mean what you know. You know?
I mean what I mean.
That's
and I
right.
reap what I sow.
Right. Call your doctor, because your doctor gonna want to talk to you when you're done talking to me.
Man, I don't like talking to doctors.
You know? Well, how do you think the doctors feel when you come in and they know you don't want to talk to them?
No, I mean, I'm real nice and normal, and I keep things to myself. And, you know,
Not when you go to the doctor. They want to know everything.
I do ask them questions as well.
You ask them questions. So, how's your equilibrium going? You still having that vertical issue?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yes, I am. Thank you very much, Crystal, for asking.
Cool. I just think it's hilarious. I don't know how close-minded and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, why would you pay to go see a doctor when you're getting this? That's been most of my experience. There's been one here and there where it's like, oh, that was good. That was more helpful. But I've had to combine different modalities and figure it out myself. Other people have helped me, but I've helped myself.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're smarter than everybody on the planet, including the doctor.
Good Lord. I mean, I definitely wouldn't make that claim.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to something I said like 2 hours ago. Home Depot is just like social media. Home Depot is like going to the doctor.
I thought you said Home Depot's YouTube.
It is. YouTube's the same.
Oh.
It gets so many people get on YouTube and say, you got to do it this way. Then, no, you got to do it this way. No, don't do it that way. I told you that 2 years ago. Now you got to do it this way. And that's what they do to you when you go to the doctor. But I take a doctor over not going to the doctor.
Huh.
Any day.
What about a doctor of love?
Hey, first of all, he don't have enough languages to talk to me. You know what? I think half of the time people be making up stuff just so they could sell stuff. You know, we need a love language. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Yeah,
people are so shitty and toxic. We have to tell them
they need a language
on how to show any type of love.
Why didn't you and I think of that, Crystal?
Let's make it a quiz.
We'd be living in Africa or Spain.
Yeah, let's make it a quiz so they only get to pick one, and that's their love language. So you don't have to love them all the way and do all the things.
What are the love languages, by the way? Because obviously they're not working on the planet because a lot of people are still fighting and having wars.
Yeah, let's see. Touch, physical touch, acts of service, gifts, quality time. What's the other one? What's the fifth one? Something else I'm missing.
I know I could Google it, but I don't want it in my search engine because then it'll make me mad that I actually Google something that stupid. I love languages. And where did that go? You know, that was really big. A lot of things were really big during the pandemic, just so people could make money because they got tired of thinking of stuff. What else can we think of? We don't know how long we're going to be in lockdown. Let's just keep thinking of stuff. And everybody became famous during the pandemic, and now everybody's trying to chase these people that don't want to watch them anymore. And it's like
I knew about that a long time ago, the love languages thing.
Well,
I think it was
Leah, look at you forever. Well, you be picking on those poor people because they be ripping everybody off. Leave them alone. So what I was going to say is, how rude I am. I just said that. But what I was going to say is a racket and a snare. I'm trying to tell you. Anyhow, so what I was going to say is, Leon Walker has a love language book. I think he added one more or something like that. By the way, I just want to say, and I didn't say it earlier, from now on, I want to be known as 8-Track. I changed my mind. I'm not going to name a horse. From now on, don't call me E.T. though. That's kind of rude. Because you're trying to say I got a funny head and I only got one finger that lights up.
I've been called that.
E.T.?
Yeah.
That's not even close to your name.
I know.
That's not even your name, lady.
My parents showed me a baby book a long time ago, which I don't know where it is. I don't care, but it said in there, my dad or my mom wrote for my dad. I don't know if any of this is true, but it said his first words were when he looked at her, "She looks just like E.T." And then my mom wrote, "She looks just like her dad."
Wow. You know, the intense affection between your mom and dad always leaves me choked up. Either that or gagging, one or the other. But anyhow, I was gonna your mom's gonna hear this and she'll never talk to me again. Wait, she doesn't talk to me now. Anyhow, so
yeah, you don't want
that. E.T., I think he was giving you a compliment that you were going to be a very famous baby that will float above the planet in a bicycle. I think he was giving you a compliment.
It was a hidden message. It was a clue, like E.T.
Do not look at the outward appearance of E.T. because his heart was very big, and I think that's what he was saying about you.
Oh,
despite any outward appearance in his mind that caught his eye, which should be nothing but perfection, he said, her heart is going to be big. And then your mother gave him a compliment and said, honey, your heart is big. And therefore, they were happy when they looked at you.
You just turn that positive.
Well, it's actually a lie. It's a lie, technically, but you can call it positive. So I'm just...
Yeah, I was like, I know that's not true, but that's really a sweet thought. Like,
I'm in your corner, sister. From another mister. I'm in your corner.
Yeah, but you can't put baby in the corner. So.
Okay. Never put baby in the corner.
No.
Always put them behind the wheel. So
behind the wheel. Wowzers.
Well, all I know is at this point in time, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this thing. Let me get rid of this over here. I'm gonna get rid of one of these things over here popped up on my screen. Okay, so now, I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's been 4 hours and 2 minutes. We've been
no
together.
way, because I can't even see the thing. I'm not looking at it.
It's 4 hours and 2 minutes, which means only one thing. Eric has something to say. He says, I just watched Sinead O'Connor, sing the prayer of St. Francis at a benefit for the children of war in Yugoslavia.
When was that?
It is the only time I've ever seen Sinead with hair other than her video, Take Me to Church. So he's never seen her with hair.
Her video, Take Me to Church. What? She sang that song?
You're asking the wrong person.
A different one.
I don't
Hosier
know.
did a song called Take Me to Church.
Oh.
That was like Hosier's breakout hit. Listen to me.
No. I know who you're talking about.
You know what song I'm talking about?
Hey, do you ever watch The Voice or American Idol, whatever?
When people have it on at my family's house when I've been there with my sister.
People be trying to figure out who's singing and all that kind of stuff like that.
I don't know, but my sister watches it and I'll just listen to it.
What's up with your sister, man? Why is your sister never on our shows, man?
I don't know. I asked her a long time ago and then...
I see how it is. I want to get your sister on here so I can interview her. Okay, no, I take that back. I want you to get your sister on so I can talk to her. I don't want to make it sound like I'm going to interrogate her.
Yeah.
I would like to have both of you on because I've got a lot of questions that I have saved up in different games I play. I have this one game that I want to play with both of you, and that I ask these different questions to see how similar you guys are.
Are you serious?
Oh, it would be fun. I think it would be funny. It would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Oh yeah, you guys are very different, but
Two different experiences.
but it would be very entertaining to be able to ask you. I would ask the question to her first, and then hear what your response would be.
Yeah, I would do that.
I think it would be hilarious. I think it would be good. Eric is still talking about Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor.
Okay, here we go. Everybody, we're going to be leaving. I don't have a video for you guys. If you've been wondering, all this time that we've been talking, I've been cleaning out my hard drive and some other stuff and softwares. So I wasn't sitting here just talking. I was deleting and getting rid of things. I have something I need to ask you. Now that you brought up your sister, you can tell her that I asked this question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the next 3 things that I'm going to say to you, I'm going to say 3 things to you. And I want you to tell me, what's your sister's first name again? Start with a C or no? I can't remember.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, that's what it is, J. Okay, so I want you to tell me, I'm going to say 3 different things to you. I want you to tell me whether she's on top or on the bottom. In other words, is she first or is she beneath you? Okay? In regards to whatever it is I say. Okay. All right?
Let's see.
So I'm going to say 3 things. Hold on one second. Let me just do something here. Everybody hang in there.
On the top and the bottom, who's in the middle? Because there's 3 things.
You know what? I told you about over processing stuff when we do these.
Man.
Okay, so
I'm quick though.
Yeah, you are. You're quick. You're quick in the wrong direction, but yeah, you're quick. But what I was going to say is, so here we go. I'm going to say the 3. First one, you got to say whether your sister is on top of you in that matter or at the bottom. Okay. Or are you on the top and you're first and better at it and she's at the bottom? Okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. First one up. Is your sister Jennifer on the top or on the bottom of you when it comes to empathy?
I would say empathy.
Be careful because I'm gonna edit this and send it to her.
Lord Jesus, help me.
Why do you say that? Okay, so what do you got? Who's on top?
I say empathy. I'm on top.
Okay, now next one. There's no explaining. We got to move to the next one.
No
so the next one. Go ahead. You want to say something else? Go ahead.
No explanation.
Okay. So here we go. The next one. Is Jennifer on the top or the bottom of you? Is she do this better than you, or do you do it better than she does? The first one was empathy. The second one is compassion.
I would say Jennifer on the top, me on the bottom.
Okay. Here comes the third one. The third one, does Jennifer do this better than you? Or do you do it better than her? Or are you on the bottom or come in second comparison to her when it comes to forgiveness?
Well, wait. I mean, you only know inside yourself that you've forgiven. Like, you don't know if other people.
Einstein. Just which one's on the top or the bottom, Einstein?
I mean, I would say me for forgiveness at this point. Because I think she's still holding on to some things here and there, but that's normal. We all have. We've all done that. I've just had to forego and let more things go. So
are you done with the disclaimer?
Me on top.
Anything else?
I'm a little too literal sometimes, yeah.
Okay, so question. You ready?
Sure. Are you ready?
These are the answers that you gave right now. You were on top how many times?
Twice.
She was on top once. These are the answers that you've given. When you were teenagers, who was on top the most and who was on the bottom? When you were teenagers, when you were younger, when boys were just noticing you, who was on top and who was on the bottom when it came to forgiveness?
Jennifer was on top. I was on the bottom.
When it came to compassion?
Jennifer was on top. I was at the bottom.
When it came to empathy?
Jennifer was on top. I was at the bottom.
Very interesting. I think, Doctor, we have some really good specimens here. We can make another Frankenstein. Let's take their brains out. Stop it, Igor. Let's take them out now. Feed that boy some pizza and he won't act like that.
Oh my gosh.
Get that hunch out of his back. Eric is chiming in about what you just said. First of all, he's laughing, and I don't know why, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ha-has and one extra H in there. So he's ha-ha'd out. And he says people change, and he's ha-ha'd. You know what? I'm going to talk to my daughter, one of my daughters that handles merch and stuff. I'm going to get her to make you a ha-ha shirt so I can send it to you. Or a hoodie that you just walk around. It's a black one that just says ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
Ha ha. No, I'm not hacking up anything.
It's a lot.
All right, so that was now, and then that was in teenage years. If you had to project into the future where you will be, do you see yourself ever having 3 on top and she's at the bottom, or will she supplant you? Oh, you the man. Eric, that's very nice. Paxton, I already fly merch, custom made. Check him out. I see how it is. Don't send me no free stuff. Anyhow, so if you had to say and project into the future, let's say 36 months from now, which is equivalent to 3 years, because it is, do you see yourself empathy, compassion, and forgiveness top or bottom? All 3 top or all 3 bottom? What do you see in the future?
I see both of us being all 3 at the top.
Check you out. Right answer.
Because when you put love at the top, come on, baby.
Oh, my heart. It sounds so good when you sing the love song of love on
top.
Family Love. That's so beautiful. But your sister is actually listening to the show. She just called in and told me, and she doesn't agree. No, I'm just joking. I'm messing with you. I'm just joking.
I was like, there's no way.
I'm just kidding.
There's no way.
I'm just
called in. You have a hotline?
I've got a hotline. Boys and girls, I've got a hotline. The phone number is 8080808080 ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Call Eric. That's Eric's number. 808080 ha 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 ha. Okay.
Did you ever call in radio stations before?
No, you know what? I've never. I have friends that have done it. I've got a daughter that wins. She calls, whether get on the Tonight Show. That girl. I don't know what to say.
She wins.
She go like, you know what? I think I'm going to try that. Oh, look, I won. Hey, I think I'm going to try that. I like, what is wrong with you? It's like you just
put yourself out there.
Yeah, she just totally just like, I'm going to try that. Oh, look, we just won this. You're like, man.
Look at what happened.
Seriously, that's just crazy. If you ever get married, your husband's you're like a golden goose or whatever.
Right?
Like, dude, check it out. Check it out. All right. So, chat, thank you for being here. And I just like saying chat. You guys, I'm gonna tell you, Crystal made the show. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you for sharing all of your voices and characters. Finally,
I was just getting warmed up.
I got a whole I love it. I got
a whole bunch of them. They're all over the place. I got this one right here where I talk and my tongue is out all the time.
Oh my God.
And it's always licking my top lip. And people say, why does he do that? It's because I like to know how the wind's blowing when I'm talking.
Oh my God.
I'm in my neighborhood, I'm known as Talkie.
Oh my God.
The weatherman. They call me Talkie the weatherman. So when I talk, I can tell you whether the precipitation is too intense and it's going to cause a problem for the weatherman in Mississippi.
That's where they're getting all their information from.
A lot of people think I can't say Mississippi. I say it all the time, Mississippi. I can say Mississippi backwards. See?
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
I got so much fun being retired. I can do all kind of stuff that you people got to go 9 to 5 can't do.
I'm picturing everything you're like, literally.
Woo! I tell you, I don't have imaginary friends, but if I did, we'd be having a party. a party. Yeah. Thank you, Eric, for the kind words that you said. He's saying thank you, Paxton. He's saying thank you, Crystal. If you do not have the internet, this is the channel you need to be watching. NATV network. And if if you do have cable, you are wasting your money. No, I'm just kidding. So you just
Cable.
get on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. So if you don't have cable, you can't just watch NATV. You have to stop watching NATV and you got to go over to Crystal T's TV and watch over there. And that's what you got to do. All
Yeah.
organic growth, guys. We don't have to buy this and buy that and buy members and subscribers and all that stuff. We don't have to do all that. We get everything organically, and we appreciate you. Because remember, here's the bad news for the whole day, everybody. If you got a YouTube channel and you bought stuff, they are shutting channels down right now. They're checking everybody. So you've been duly warned. You've been duly warned. If you have bought people that don't exist,
It
or
sounds like
bots,
they have a search warrant. YouTube.
they
search.
are doing a cleanup on aisle everything.
That's good.
All
I
right.
think
So if
that's
you don't see my channel anymore, it's not because of that. They just don't like me. So just kidding. I'm just joking. No, YouTube's been really good to us. They reach out to us. They've been really good to us. Crystal, I'm gonna get together with you again. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you a great deal. I'll see you. Can't believe you have. I was hoping for you not to be frozen forever, and I can't believe this whole time. You can't see the screen, but if you get a chance to
No.
watch this back,
Okay, I will.
all that's on the screen is just your name.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's not even a box like the box you would normally sit in via the software. It's all
good.
gone. It was there for
Good.
about an hour and a half ago or whatever when we got started. It's gone.
Yay.
It's just your name right next to mine. It's just I've never seen it that way before. I don't know what you're rocking over there. Hey, what are you on? Are you on some type of Android type of thing, or are you on an Apple product?
Oh, I thought, what are you on? What you take?
I don't know what you on, girlfriend. What you going?
I
What
was
you got?
like, well, no, I have some kind of iPhone that I'm using from
Okay, all right, just checking. I figured it should have been it.
MacBook.
That's what I figured. Okay, all right. No, I got it. Yeah, that makes sense now. It was an Apple product that was giving you trouble. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
You did good today. Appreciate it. Gemma did good before. Got a good start to the morning. I did my show first, then we did Gemma's, and now
did a
4
lot.
hours and 17 minutes off the coast of California, landing in Florida with Crystal Nicole Black. Everybody, see you later. Crystal, I'm letting you go. Talk to you soon. Okay.
See ya.
Much love to you. Bye. That's what we do. Rhythm Entertainment Media Group. Another NATV production. All right, everybody. Call your mama, call your daddy. If you can't do that, call somebody that treats you like they're your mama and your daddy and say, I just had a good time. I just had a good time. It didn't make any sense, but I learned a lot. We are goofy as I don't know what. Mental health in a whole nother way. A whole nother way. Conversations. Conclusions. No misrepresentations. It's easy to point out a problem is another thing to get a solution. Welcome to NATV Network. Thank you so much for coming by NATV for your emotional pit stop for the week. It's Friday, baby. No time for you to look back. The week is done. What's been said has been said. What's done has truly been done. Time for you to make the best of the rest of the night. You've been able to enjoy Crystal T's TV